Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the daytime stream for Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday now, right? Yes, it is Tuesday. Hey, how's it going, everybody? All right, what should the title say? Binder break, close, new, jumbo, pack break. We should also say fresh, pricey slabs and giveaway, because there's a good giveaway right now. All right, very good. Super Smash Brothers. Jump over here. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. So I was a little bit late there, man. I was just working and working and working, and then I looked up. I'm like, where'd the time go? And then I went. I had a short breakfast. We're going live for Tuesday morning. Yay! All right. I had a perfectly ripe avocado. It wasn't mushy, but it wasn't hard. It was just perfect. I love it when you get an avocado that's actually really yummy. Now, sometimes they're too green, like they won't. You can't smash them, or they're just like they're like an unripe mango. Mangoes are bad when they're not ripe. And then when they get too mushy, I'm like, I don't even want it anymore. Now it's gross. You have to get avocados on the exact right day, or it just doesn't work. All right, we're going live. So let's see, what's this? Odor violation. Really? What? PSA says I'm using incorrect semi-rigid card holders. You used top loaders or oversized semi-rigid card holders that do not meet our specific requirements. I need to talk to them about this because I don't believe that. My my semi-rigids are the card holder twos. I wonder if there's something they need to tell me. Like, look, that's just a standard semi-rigid. There's nothing special about it. Is this real? Is this actually from PSA? Let's see. They're basically saying in the future they could charge me a special fee for having to handle the order, but that doesn't really make sense. Maybe this is meant for someone else. We properly use semi rigids. What are they even talking about? I feel like I need to contact them. Yeah, I'll contact them. I'll see exactly what they mean by this. Let's see if I respond. What will they say? All right. I bet this doesn't go anywhere. I said, what are you even talking about? We use the correct semi-rigids. They sent me a previous complaint that the order was out of order, that the submission was not in the correct order. I feel like I better contact them. Yeah, so they're complaining about the semi-rigids, and previously they complained about the order not being in order, which that baffles me too. I'm actually really tough when it comes to getting the whole thing in the exact order, right? So I don't understand how that could be an issue. I need to contact them. I need to know what submission it is and what they're talking about, because it's like what could possibly be going wrong here. Hopefully they haven't like done some catastrophe where they like swapped my order with someone else's order. They're taking an awful long time. I don't know. Weird. I mean, they can't be working on the one in assembly. That one doesn't have semi-rigids anymore. So it must be a different order they're complaining about. I wonder what order they're complaining about. All right, what's this? Scent tracking, cool. So I've got a thing on the way. That's nice. Japan. Your Fuji points expire. I don't even know what that means. All right, I'm going to delete that. And I got a little message to delete. Very nice. So now we're jumping over here. We had a Gabriel Gallegos jumbo pack break and shipping. That's right. Okay, we processed that. I remember that. And I spent some money. I bought more cards, man. I'm just buying cards. I love buying cards. We are. I guess that's my thing. What about you guys? I buy a lot of cards. Let's open up the chat so we can see what you guys are saying. PSA complained about my semi-rigids. How could they complain? I just used the standard semi-rigid. Well, I hope they got our correct order. Doesn't make any sense. All right, let's see. That can't be right. I gotta ask them. So I'll contact them. I won't be able to do it directly after the stream, but I'll have to contact them and ask them, what the hell are you talking about? Maybe they weren't supposed to send that to me. Maybe it was meant for someone else. All right. Here we are. Here's our live stream. Been seeing prices skyrocket on eBay. They swapped a blue label Topsard for black label. Did you see the video about the Charizard swap? Call them live. I don't think I want to call them live. Yeah, that's not appropriate. All right, so here we are. I used a card saver for the thick sports card, and oh, that's probably it. So I bet you what happened. I bet you somebody submitted a Star Wars card, and what we did was we probably put it between two top loaders or two semi-rigids, because I do that. I probably took two semi-rigids and sandwiched the card in the middle, and then I put that into a big sleeve that's nice and tight, that's sort of like sealed properly. Because I don't want to like hurt the corners or the edges pushing it into a semi-rigid, so it doesn't make any sense. I'll have to ask them. I bet you that's what it is. I forgot that we even have cards like that. I bet you in one of the submissions we had to create a sandwich for a specialty card, and they didn't like that. Okay. And as for things being out of order, there's only one thing I can think that could have happened. So there is a point where the submission is so large where I split the submission into two piles instead of having it be like one long snake, right, of cards, like a big stack. I do two smaller stacks, and all I can think is maybe that confused some guy. That's all I can think. So maybe that's what happened. But they're sending out messages like, oh, you better do it right. All right. Maybe we start doing smaller submissions. So I could do two submissions per month, and they could be two smaller. You guys might like that, actually. Two small submissions, because then the wait time between submissions would be shorter. But it's really tough for me to do that because it means double shipping. It means more work. Excuse me. We'll have to think about it. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. This is traditionally one of the slowest days of the week for me, so we'll see how busy today is. If you guys want some action, if you want to have some fun, check out our menu. We have all the same boosties as before, but what we also have are these beautiful slabs. So these slabs are getting a lot of attention because... hold on, I gotta grab my baggies. These slabs are getting a lot of attention because there's some really nice ones going up on the table in celebration of that Pikachu selling. Let's see. I think everyone's probably feeling like they'd like to have a nice Pokemon card right now. So people are saying, hey, what can I grab before they get a lot more expensive? They are. Ugh. Do I need more sleeves too? Hold on, where are my sleeves? I got some over here. There we go. I was doing some submission work. Look at this. I got a cool job, man. So I was working on these. Bought these a long time ago. They've just been sitting in my reserve pile, basically. Ungraded. I didn't know when I wanted to grade them, but I guess now's as good as ever. So I finally whipped these out. You guys have never even seen these. Not on this stream, anyways. So that's a unique Pokemon card set. See? Cool. I don't even remember what these things are called. I'll have to figure out what they're called. They're called something. What kind of cards are those? I don't know. They're probably pricey when they grade 10, though. I can tell you that, because when you don't recognize them, it means they're rare. I see them at your house, mister. Who's at my house? The cards? Oh, you've seen me show them off before, is that right? Hey, what's up, Arv Collectibles? How's it going, man? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Let's get these sleeves open. All right. Karis and I were talking. We're leaning toward me sending every single expensive card off to PSA, to the PSA vault. I don't really want to do that because, I kind of like having the cards around to make videos with, right? Like, this is such a cool card to have laying around. But I don't know, they're getting so expensive that we would be more comfortable in our own homes knowing that they're not there, So we're at that point where it's like, I don't want a $50,000 anything in my home. You know what I mean? Just not a problem that is, it's not a bad problem to have. Like, I think that Lugia is like $50K now. I don't want a $50,000 Lugia in my home. It's too much value. So we're thinking about getting every single one of them out of here. We can maybe even take a card trip and just get rid of them. But I've already sent a certain amount of them out. So if you guys have not been keeping up with that TCC news, we've been sending huge amounts of our cards off to PSA very discreetly, and a whole bunch more just arrived over there. So that's successful. We've gotten another round out. They're processing it right now. Let's see. Yeah, look at this last round. Some really cool cards in this last round, like first edition Dark Dragonite PSA 10 went out. 2 Cardos Gengar 10s, 2 Japanese Fossil Gengar 10s, 3 Rocket Return Cubones, PSA 10 Dragonite. I don't know why I'm holding it up there. Look at this. So these are all with PSA now. And they just look really nice. So anyways, I've been getting rid of our cards because they're too expensive now, and it just doesn't feel right to have them in your home. Here we are. Too bad we don't live next to the PSA vault. Maybe we'll move to the PSA vault. Would that be interesting? If I was going to do this really seriously for another, I don't know, 10 years or something, imagine I just moved out to Delaware. That's where the PSA vault is. Imagine I just moved out to Delaware, and I could just live next to the PSA vault and deposit cards there. How cool would that be? Yeah, those mini Cardos are from vending machines, OG Pocket Monster. The Golden Auction Company is flagged as a scam. I looked into it yesterday. You're talking about Golden, like Goldin? You should, mister, but catalog everything. Oh, yeah, I already do that. After Pokedean's house getting raided and all of his valuables getting stolen, mister, we have been telling you for the longest time to not show off what you got, because unfortunately you can't trust anyone. People haven't been telling me that for the longest time, but I already know about that. But the thing is, I know that if you've got a bunch of gold coins and you showed them on YouTube, that's not necessarily the best security move. But that's the nature of Pokemon cards, is showing them off. So I don't know. I just don't think it'll be as cool showing them off from the PSA app. But I'll never have to worry again about, there's a lot of things I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about creating as expensive of my own security system for the same cards. So I've just been thinking a lot about that. Let me sneak this. All right. Maybe what I'll do is I'll send all the 10s off and I'll buy a duplicate copy of all the 9s. So I'll rebuy every card as a 9 and just keep the 10s at PSA. What do you think? Fun? It's kind of stupid. So many sleeves. Those aren't sleeves. Those are actually sleeve baggies, and I used them to make little booster packs. I used them to make junk packs. You want to see some junk packs? I used them to make these. These are called junk packs. So these are $3 each, and it's just a packet of random cards. See some Metazoo in there, but only like 1 or 2 Metazoo cards per packet. There it is. So I just put together whatever I got laying around, and I call them junk packs. And they're fun if you like a variety of weird Pokemon cards, or weird, not Pokemon, but anything. It could be anything. So the title says the binder break's almost done. That's actually true. The binder break's quite close. I'll do security for you, mister. I got that thing on me. Yeah? That sounds like that one TikTok guy. I got that thing on me. I drive the Stang, baby. Ooh. So this fat boy right here is good to go. We added some Final Fantasy to the back of it yesterday. Shiva. It's only got 1 spot left, so I don't know if it needs to have 7 more pounds of cards added to it. It's pretty damn full already. Love when random sport cards pop up in the junk packs. Yeah, I never know what to do with the sports card. I really don't. The junk packs are baffling. Junk packs are fun. I have to complain to an eBay seller myself. I bought a MacBook. He didn't ship it. Yep, I'm owed a lot, thousands of dollars by a guy who never shipped me 2 cases of One Piece. Wonderful. What a jerk, dude. He probably saw the prices going up and said, I'll just keep those. But actually, that doesn't really make sense, because if he was going to do that, he would have already refunded me. So he's having, in my opinion, he's most likely having a financial catastrophe on his end, and he doesn't have the money. So, yeah, it's not right, man. It's really not right. Take the cards to the bank. I don't really trust the bank. To be honest, I don't want to put a $100,000 Pokemon card in the bank. It's not that I don't think that the bank would steal them or anything. I don't like the thought of it. It's too weird. I'd actually rather have it in the PSA vault because it's like there's a certain functionality. I wonder if Pokey Dean faked it. He's in debt, actually. Pokey Dean's in debt? I didn't know that. He's in debt? I don't think he faked that. No, I don't think he faked that. It looked too thorough. It looked too much like an actual robbery. Can you sue him for your money back? No, no, no. We don't need to do anything like that. Here we are. So here's some girl cards. Smooch. Whoa, look at that cute girl card. I'll stuff this into the back of the binder break. The binder break's pretty full already, and there's only one spot left. You're not going to see Charizard getting put into there. That one's pretty well set up already. So don't wait out for Charizard, I'd say. Let's check the queue. Let's see if there's anything going on in the very beginning. He is not in debt, lol. Here we are. I'm in debt, but not for Pokemon cards. We need a Waifu box. Oh, true. I'm in debt. I've got my mortgage, and I got my student loan debt that I never paid. You know why I never pay my student loan debt? Because the interest rate is only 4%, and the stock market moves, on average, historically at 7%. That's the average return of the stock market. So the smartest move with your student debt is to never, ever, ever pay it, and to always, always, always buy into the stock market. But I did something even smarter than that. I didn't even buy into the stock market. I gambled on Pokemon cards, and those had a return higher than the stock market. I don't know what the return on Pokemon was. But so instead of putting, $40,000 toward my student loan, which is what I would need to pay it off, I put $40,000 in a Pokemon and watched it triple. So instead of avoiding a 4% fee for having borrowed $40,000, I took $40,000 and tripled it into $120,000. See? So that's all. That doesn't really fit Dave Ramsey. He's a famous financial advisor on the radio, right? He's got an entertainment podcast and all that. That doesn't really fit his narrative. He says, well, you got to pay the debt off first, and then you can start investing. I skipped paying off the debt and went straight to investing, and the return from the investment is higher than the punishment from the debt. But that's a gamble. So if your gamble goes wrong, you lose. You lose so bad if your gamble goes wrong. So it's risky business. You got to have some risk-reward analysis going on. Woo, already sneezing. I'm already sneezing. Always sneeze in this room. What? Joey Albrecht, you got student loan forgiveness? How does that work? Teach us. I bet you there's some people in here who could use some I could use some student loan forgiveness. I don't think they would give it to me, but I could use some student loan forgiveness. How does it work? So you get student loan, and then I think I've heard there's a couple things, like you either have a federal job, or maybe you're not gainfully employed, or maybe you work in a special field like teaching or something. I've heard of that kind of stuff, but last I checked, they don't do a lot of that student loan forgiveness. But man, I'd like to have some of that, huh? It's because of my federal job. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, good for you. That's really nice, man. Oh, look at this Dark Porygon. Ooh. All right. That's kind of like, that's pretty good. You don't owe 90,000 anymore. Sweet. That's like 3 vehicles. All right, so let's see. I think if the government wants to do student loan forgiveness, it should ask for its money back from the school. The schools should have to pay, like if people are taking on these huge stinky loans, the schools should have to pay back the debt. That's what I would like to see. That's what it would be like if the rules made any sense. All right, what's this? So back at display. I sold a coin today. You guys might not have known it, but I sold a coin for $400. I've often shown these for sale. Oh, Karis made a little face. I made her some avocado toast. There we go. Okay, let's see. If you ever want to make your partner happy, cook for them. Let's see. I got stuffy nose. So here it is. Just sold this. Can I show this on screen? Yeah, I can show this on screen. I never know if I can't show something on screen. So look at that. MS69 Queen's Beast Silver Completer Coin, 2 ounces, $400. $400. Some of you guys believe that silver should only sell at the spot price, which is like 70 something. Well, the spot price is like $75, and this is 2 ounces of it. Then this coin should have only sold for $150. It sold for $400. And guess what? This is not the first time I've sold this either. I've sold this multiple times. I had a bunch of them. I don't have a bunch of them anymore. They've just been selling slowly, but they do sell. So I like to show you guys that for those of you who are into gold and silver, you hear a lot of silver and gold stackers talk about how you can only sell gold and silver at spot. And then if you got a fancy coin and what do you know, they actually want it, they're always like, well, you can't sell that for 400. The spot's only 75. It's like, bitch, that's how it works. It really does sell for 400. What's fascinating about this sale, it's not even an MS70. It's MS69. That's like selling a PSA 9. Does that make sense? So this is like selling PSA 9. So I just sold PSA 9 Queen's Beast Silver Completer Coin 2 ounces for $200 an ounce. So I like to point that out because there's always been so much pushback when I sell a fancy coin way over spot. But it's like, how's that any different than selling a piece of cardboard, but it's got a special image on it? You know, it isn't different. They're the same idea. It's graded. I should sell my jar of pennies for 400. Well, hold on. If you got any old pennies or if you got any interesting pennies, they might sell for a lot of money. You never know. There's coin collectors out there, and they're doing their thing. All right, no orders in the queue so far. How do I tempt you guys? Let me ask you guys, what are you looking for in life these days? What's going to make you feel younger, smarter, faster, and more well-endowed? How about this Dark Porygon? Let's go ahead and price them up, huh? All right. I'll endow your Pokemon card collection. How about that? So this is from Neo 4, huh? This is some fancy stuff. He's a beautiful card. I like the centering. It's really good centering. Graded in the 7s, huh? Okay, good. Oop, let me throw this away. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Whoa. I'm on February break. February break. What does that mean? You're taking a break for February? Okay, rare penny, silver quarters, half dollars. So here he is, lovely Dark Porygon. So we're going to say Dark Porygon 2 Neo. You got a week off school. All good for you, man. A week off school, huh? Sounds like heaven. School sucks. You know, there is a day in your life where you take your last course and you do your last test, your last finals. And then you're graduated and you're just done. Like, you don't have to go back. And that's when real life begins. That's when, you know, you really get to live. And you quickly discover that, you know, school, for the most part, the things you learned there weren't that useful. You just learn all this crap. And you get very good at, you know, testing. You get very good at reading comprehension, I suppose. You get good at learning. Learning itself is a kind of skill. But the funny thing is, a lot of the stuff you learn is just not useful. It's just not. So we are going to price this, but this price will include taxes as part of its price. It's a premium item, in my opinion, and we can ask for that. All right, give me a minute. So this item shall be $370. Those Neo 4 cards have been going up, I noticed. Neo 4. That's Neo Destiny in Japanese. How do you handle inventory reporting when it comes to taxes? I just report my inventory like you're supposed to. Only a few things are useful. I feel like school is meant for socializing. You better start tracking your inventory. I feel like school is meant for socializing rather than learning. I don't know. Is it? Is it? I was homeschooled. I didn't have trouble socializing. We are. Ooh, light Flareon, huh? Man, that's pretty. So there's a light Flareon. All right. Let's see. How in the world did I manage? How in the world did any human in history ever manage without going to a big public school funded by federal tax dollars? You go to work and the government taxes you so we can all send our kids to the same building. How did humanity for thousands of years ever exist without that building, without those federal tax dollars? I mean, it just seems impossible. My child will never know how to talk to people unless I send them to public school. All right, so I don't even see one of these for sale. Crazy. That's wild. So I get to pick my own price based off of how I feel about the time period. right. It's a Flareon, light Flareon from Neo Destiny. It's in the unlimited. Let's see what the population is. Probably going to be pretty low. I think we can assume that. Okay. Population 60. Wow. Okay. Population 60. These pricey cards are getting special labels. There we go. So there's just none for sale right now, huh? And there hasn't been one for sale since December. And so, I get to just pick my own price. Well, I got an idea. Why don't I compare them to Dark Flareon? That's a good idea, right? What's Dark Flareon going for? I can't base them off of Light Flareon. What's Dark Flareon? Okay. All right, so I have an idea of what I'd like to sell them for. So with none available, I'm going to set the price to 600. Okay. 60 is crazy. Pop 60, price 600. All right. This guy, this beautiful Houndoom, should I even offer him? Let's see. The Houndoom seems like kind of like a kind of card to actually just host a break on. Let's see real fast. Houndoom, I need Houndoom. Yeah, everyone's freaking out over Houndoom. Give me a second here. I kind of understand my process, as we're going through these. I pick these cards out to be breaks. All right, what? Is there only one for sale? Oh, no, there's one for sale in Italy, if you want to buy from Italy. Let me look. Let me think about it. Let me process it. Let me look at this. Let me do some math. Okay. All right. All right, so give me a moment here. I'm liking this song, whatever this is. Just some drums. Mister, everything about narrating books. I would listen for hours. I would like to write. I actually think I would enjoy writing. Here's a weird thing. I think my brother wrote a book. I never read it. It probably isn't that good, but my brother wrote a book, apparently. Learned that out from my grandparents 2 years ago. Yeah, I think the people in my family are very lingual. Maybe not as good at math. Where's my calculator? All right, so... Ooh, the decisions on this Houndoom, huh? Anything could have a price. There's a price for everything. He's talking about you. You never know. Maybe I was a bad guy in this book. You never know how it works. Let's see. Oh, he didn't write a like autobiographical or nonfiction. He wrote some kind of fiction book. He wrote a fiction book, to be clear. All right. Like a novel. Okay. He did that before AI, so he didn't receive any help, I'm sure. You're going to break my heart twice in 1 week if you put that Houndoom up, says Mr. Cody. Let's see. If I put it up? Here's a dumb question. The world is in disarray. Is it? And you need to retreat with the fear of your possession. Which one Pokemon slab do you take? Low punny. Duh. Okay. Let me check sold real fast. I haven't decided on this card. It's actually really tricky. Part of the trickiness is there's not really any of them for sale. All right. You ever think about narrating books? We are. I'd like to write like an Aesop's Fables, but like for modern times. I think that would be really fun. You know, with like modern problems, social media, stuff like that. There we go. Or try to cover things that Aesop maybe didn't think of, right? I really enjoyed Aesop's Fables when I was young. It was one of my favorite books. Neo 2, 3, 4, the whole set. None for sale, it's free. Oh, that's right. That's how it works. That doesn't seem right. How can this be 600 and this is 750? That doesn't seem right. Well, it is Flareon. That's how it makes sense. It's Flareon. All right, let's check the orders now. I'll be back. Here we go. Mr. Discord message. Oops, let me go read that. Okay. Oh, you found some sold. Your price is too low. You think so? So Mr. Ivan's showing me a sold price on the Light Flareon for 600. That's weird. I checked sold, but it didn't show me that. Yeah, you can't trust eBay. You can't trust eBay because eBay doesn't return everything to you. That's so weird. Let me look at it again. I swear, I searched for that and that didn't show up. Light Flareon. Okay, let me check. Wait. So there's a Light Flareon for sale right now. Now, this makes no sense. Check it out, guys. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So come here with me. So up here, PSA 10 Light Flareon, right? I actually typed it in. But then it says no exact matches found. But then you come down here, and here's a Light Flareon PSA 10 for $550, which is actually cheaper than mine. But that's what I was looking for. But it didn't show up because I didn't type in what? First edition? So I don't like eBay right now. It's not being useful. If eBay was being useful, it would return the first edition Flareon as well, so that I could price compare and say, oh, okay, so you can get this one for $550. So that's really annoying, and it makes pricing these cards inconsistent, especially if you're not sitting down and like testing the keywords like 5 different ways or something, you know. It's difficult. The only place I know that shows PSA cards prices is eBay. Did you get to come home today, Ivan? Hey, how's it going, Ivan? Ivan, thanks for trying to help out there. Actually, you know, Ivan, I'm going to lower the price now that I found that. You made me look at it twice. It told me there were none for sale. Actually, I just showed you that it said there's none for sale. And as it turns out, there is one for sale. So wait, let me look up first edition. So Light Flareon first. It's only going to show me this if I type in first, isn't it? No, it still says no exact matches found. Look, it still says no exact matches found. I don't understand. Look at this. First edition, no exact matches found. And this is still here, PSA 10, Neo Destiny, Light Flareon, first edition, Light Flareon, Neo Destiny, first edition, PSA 8, Gem. I can't trust eBay. I don't like that. That is not good for us. Let's just type in Light Flareon and no PSA at all. And then we'll sort it, instead of sorting by lowest price, we'll sort by highest price because that'll get all the PSA 10s to the top. You could look at general chat Discord and tell me if Gengar is real. Okay, hold on, wait a second here. All right, so that worked. When I searched for Light Flareon and nothing else, it did return Light Flareon PSA 10 for $550. I had to sort it by most expensive to find it. So there we go. So we're going to match that $550. We've got a Flareon. There's Flareon on eBay. There's no taxes with mine, so you don't pay any taxes. So mine is, in fact, cheaper. $550. There it is. All right. Get it together, eBay. Yeah, that's right. You want me to look at general chat and see if your Gengar is real? Give me a minute here. General chat. The texturing looks good. What don't you like about it? Yeah, texture. I can't really tell just from a picture if it's definitely real. But the texturing looks like it's correct. You know, it's hard to copy that texturing. So a lot of the fakes out there, they don't have that texturing. So I believe that's a real Gengar. So Beatrice Manas, can I get 2 Poke Shuffles and 1 pre-grade for the Kakashi Topps card I got from the Naruto break? Oh, wait a second. I remember there was a Nathan Norman order, wasn't there? Oh, I got to do Nathan Norman first. All right, hold on. So he actually messaged me and told me about this. He told me he had sent an order at the end of the previous stream and that I didn't service it because I turned the stream off. So let me do Nathan Norman first. My bad, Nathan. He's probably waiting all this time. We're 35 minutes in. We're 35 minutes in. All right. That's for the jumbo pack break, which we don't even have yet. And $6 for pre-grades, Jolteon and Beldum from the Ancient Origins break. All right, so he got two really cool pulls. And his baggie shall be where? There's Nathan Norman's baggie. Okay. Is it going to be in here? You know, Nathan, I don't actually remember putting them in here. Let's see. Oh, look at that Porygon, though. That's cool. So we need a pre-grade. Ah, there's the Beldum. It's going to be in that. Okay, so it's both of them in there. Alt, I hear, is good for pricing. Also collector. There's only one place I really price with, and that's eBay. No other place. It's just eBay. The stuff on eBay is live, like it's available now. It's not like a theory. It's really there. So eBay is my ultimate go-to. All right, some pre-grade. Centering, thinner on the left, but it's not too bad. Still perhaps a chance for 10. Close, but you're going to miss. This is a white dot, a clear white dot in the bottom right-hand corner down here. I guess technically it's the left side of the card if you flipped it front-facing. So Jolteon is close, but no cigar. It's going to be 9. He is definitely missing with that white dot. It's a strong white dot, okay? Now, Beldum. Centering here looks pretty good. And let's check the back. The back reveals a lot about the health of the card. Let's see. You have a small chance at a 10. This upper right-hand corner is your weak spot, as you can see. That's like what I call a half dot. And the odds that this gets an actual 10 is not good after that dot. But then also on the back, you can see there's an off-centering problem. So it's more prominent on the back than the front. See, the front's pretty good looking, but you flip it around. So I'm going to say between that half dot and the centering on the back, I'm going to give this a 9. There you go. 9 for Beldum. 9 for Jolteon, 9 for Beldum. They'd be lovely 9s. I don't know if now's the correct time to grade them, though, because hopefully PSA lowers their prices or something. PSA might lower their prices in, like, June, July. You might see that. All right. Appreciate your 10s. Yes, I say that all the time. When you see 10s up on this table, you got to appreciate them because you just don't understand how hard it is to get those. How many booster packs needed to be open to get one PSA 10? How many? How many thousands of dollars did it cost to get the first 10 together? So Nathan's going into this jumbo pack break, and it's not even formed. Let's go ahead and make a jumbo pack break now. All right, so I got these boosties over here. I usually put these over here because they're priority for creating a jumbo pack break. Why are they priority? Usually because it's like the last box of them. And I've removed them from the menu already, and now I'm just letting them go naturally. Let's see. Any more? Ah, Fruitigress Psy's getting close. Holy, dude. Only one more break with Fruitigress Psy, huh? Wow. Fruitigress Psy is almost gone. And no signature pull yet. I wonder if there's a signature in them. Naruto. Oh, Naruto. So what are we selling this for? 40 bucks. So the Naruto's 40 bucks. I'm not going to put this into the jumbo pack break. You know why? No one seems to appreciate it when I do. When I put this guy in the jumbo pack break, nobody joins it until I've added like 6 or 7 free boosters to that round. See, because this takes up $40 from that round. So here they are for Naruto collectors. Broken Promises and Foretold Prophecy. Why don't I keep that over here with these? All right, so those are with the Topps cards now, so I don't lose them. This shouldn't be over here either. Why is this over here? Just got like crazy random stuff. Okay, it's time to put this together. We just have these 3 packs so far. This is a crinkled up sleeve. Last Light Flareon sold for $4.19 in December. You know, you might be having the same experience I was. Ivan Rodriguez showed me one that sold for $600. So he showed me that. He screenshotted it. So I don't know what it is with the eBay website, but it just kind of sucks somehow. You get a Chainsaw Man. I'll throw these away. Unified Minds. I Lost Abyss, not Unified Minds. Lost Abyss. All right, so this is where we're at right now. These are the lineup. Let's grab a Phantasmal Flames, which have gone up. Let's grab a Destined Rival. These have gone up. Let's grab a Mega Evolution. Okay, those are fun. Let's grab an Ascended Heroes. So I'm going to snip this open. Wait a second, there should be a pack of Ascended Heroes somewhere. Where did it get put? Oh, I don't even know. Let's just open this. All right. So, Life Flareon's cool, man. I mean, it's like a card a lot of people don't even know exists. So it's definitely one of those price discovery cards, in my opinion. Because there's Dark Flareon and then there's Light Flareon. And no one even talks about Light Flareon. Everyone knows Dark Flareon. But usually someone has to learn about Light Flareon. So it's an interesting card that way. Okay. Usually when people have to learn about a card, I feel like that card has a lot of room to grow. Just because once everybody knows about it, demand should be higher. And that Light Flareon's a lot more rare than Dark Flareon. There's like a bazillion Dark Flareons, but there's only like some Light Flareon. They're way more rare. So there's where we got. I like the English lineup there, but we're going to need an expensive English card. Let's grab this. So that is Silver Tempest. Wow, the table looks great right now. Why is it so bright blue? That looks so nice. I'm loving that. It's this darn iPhone, man. It just picks and chooses, huh? It's like, okay, now we'll do good lighting. That's crazy. I always like doing a blue sky stream. I think it holds so much value, and yet it's so cheap. Like, how can that be? How can it be that cheap? Same here. I like Matchless Fighters. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Pokemon Black, White. Let's go ahead and grab. So the point is to grab stuff that's weird that usually doesn't get opened. Because we want to see some new stuff getting opened, you know? Not just the same old, same old, same old. We want to see some new stuff getting opened. Here's a packet of Bleach. Let's see. Let's scroll back here. Nice collection you have there. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So, we've got The Simpsons. That's fun. These old Topps cards. Those can be fun. Dragon Ball Z has been popular lately. Let's get a Wild Resurgence in there. Okay. I feel like I'm in a candy shop, and I'm just picking out all kinds of different candies for you guys. That's how it feels. Like, let's get a whole thing of different candies together. All right, what do we have here? We've got, here's a Topps Donkey Kong. That's cool. That's like the Topps Donkey Kong box break we're hosting. So that's pretty neat. And let's see, what else is interesting to me? There's always the Weiss cards. Weiss, One Piece, Final Fantasy. You know, we got to have a packet of Final Fantasy. You got to have a packet of Final Fantasy, guys. So here we are. We've got a Hidden Legends Final Fantasy. And you got to have a Metazoo, but a popular Metazoo. This is one of the most popular Metazoos there are. It's the Hello Kitty Metazoo. So that one generally does well. Let's have a packet of Gundam. Gundam's been popular for a while, but it's like it's by itself. It's one of those one-off sets. Let's have one of these Donald Trump Playboys. And what's this over here? What's this? Is this a baggie of stuff? Oh, that's PRB2. Let's have a one-piece PRB2 in there. PRB2 sells like clockwork. It just sells all the time. Let's see. What else? What else has value? You know, I like these 151 Surprise and 151 Gem 3s. So there we go. I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and count this up because it might be more than 160. We gotta get the value calculated. This is the part I'm not very good at because you have to like memorize all their prices. Last solds only really makes sense for cards. They have a lot of sales volumes. Some people want to go with last solds. I think that works really well in a bear market. This is definitely not a bear market. This is like the opposite of a bear market, if you think about it. So let's find out what Donkey King is selling for. I actually have forgotten myself, so this is good practice. Oh, and I can see one step we never took. We never hold on, we never pinned the website. So let me get that website open for you guys. I wonder how much traffic this website gets now. You think this website gets some traffic? All right, so let me pin the website here. My bad, guys. Pin. All right, there it goes. Sweet. Let's get back into the menu now. Sorry about that. Can't believe I forgot to do that all that time ago. So the Donkey Kong's actually $8. He's kind of pricey. But it makes sense. It's 1982. It's vintage. Here's The Simpsons. The Simpsons are cheaper, $6. That's cool. This is Wild Resurgence. Even back in the day, we sold these for like $12 a pack. Let me see what Wild Resurgence booster box sells for today. Wild Resurgence booster box. Spelling it wrong. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, so let me just divide this by 24. So we are going to do $7 on the Wild Resurgence. That's not expensive. My Hero Academia is going to be $3. We're going to do this one for $5. This is going to be $3. This is going to be $5. This is $10. We're going to do $5 on this. Now, this is super popular. This is 7.5. Okay, so Gem 2. Gem 2 and Surprise 151. I got to remember those. Gem 2 is a whopping $7. And 151 is a whopping $11. This is probably $2. This is probably $3. Isn't that fun? You kind of get to do a Prices Right with these. Now, Phantasmal is a little more expensive because when I looked it up, restock's really hard for it. It's $12. Silver's going to be $20. That's really good. This comes out of a sealed case. Nobody's pulled a loogie out of that case. Mega Evolution, I think, is a easy 10. Sign of the Heroes is a very overpriced 20. Destined Rivals, I think, is 12. That should be more expensive. That's a year old. I think we normally do 5 on this, right? And then this is like 11. We're just going to do 5 on Vertigo Sai. We're going to do, I guess, 4 on Oshinoko. And we'll do $2 on this. All right, so we end up with $183. We're $20 over. That's $20 over. So if we're $20 over, what can I remove? I'm removing the Playboy pack. And so now we're $10 over. We're actually $13 over total. $13. I'm removing, let's see. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to remove the Mega Evolution this time. I feel like we do that one every time, and we don't have to actually have that. So 1 Playboy came out, 1 Mega Evolution came out. Okay, there we go. Everything else is staying in. That is the new Jumbo Pack Break. So it's a fun pack break. Silver Tempest is the cool pack in here. Mr. Nathan Norman already has a spot. There's 3 spots remaining. He didn't even know what it was going to be made out of, and he jumped in. Lot of old goodies. 51 viewers, 22 likes. Let's get at least 30 likes. Well, we had a pretty good viewership yesterday. Did you guys catch that? We had really good viewership yesterday. Of course, today is a Tuesday. I'm always wary of Tuesdays. Tuesdays can be a little slow. All right. What is this? This is a free slab. Let me put this down in the free slab box because currently we have Sarah's giveaway running. All right. There's so many cards here. There it goes. Nice. So that's it. That's the Jumbo Pack Break. It's up and running again. Yesterday night, it went off. Nothing really crazy came out of it. So those Jumbo Pack Breaks can be cold or they can be mega hot. Speaking of mega hot, the binder breaks, just definitely hot. It's just got a bunch of hits in it. So it's not as surprising as the Jumbo Pack Break, but you're guaranteed going to get cards and you already know what they are. Pretty interesting. Next up, we have Tyler Ferbert. He says, 1 spot in the Slowpoke Gym Break. Ooh, okay, Slowpoke Gym Break. That's over. That's the Ryolu. We're waiting for Ryolu to end as well. But here is the Slowpoke. He also wants 2 Japanese OP14s. Okay, hold on, let me plug my phone in. How much is the Jumbo Pack Break, and how does it work? Says Not Your Granny. Hello, Not Your Granny. So this is the Jumbo Pack Break. You just watched me assemble it live. Basically, I put together about $160 worth of packs, And then what people are doing is they are spending $40 to buy this thing called a custom booster. Let me show you what that is. So this thing over here, these are my custom boosters. They cost $40. So you're really buying one of these. And then, so here's 4 of them. 4 times 40 is 160, right? That's how the value is calculated. You each get a custom booster, but one person's going to pull the custom booster that contains all of these. The other 3 guys will pull a custom booster that has a common Pokemon card in it. See what I'm saying? So you have about a 1 in 4 odds of pulling the jumbo pack break out of a custom booster. That's how these breaks work. The breaks work with these custom boosters. So you have a 1 in 4 odds of pulling the whole thing for 40 bucks. Also, you don't have to do that. You can just buy it outright. No one's making you join the break. You can buy this outright. It's for sale. So you can just buy all 4 spots for 160, and then this little pile right here, this is all yours. You don't have to risk, bad RNG. You just buy the whole thing outright. And what I do then is I reassemble the bag. So I just create a copy of it and run it twice. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Jumbo Pack Brick. I don't know how popular that thing is, but we must have ran that like 100 times. That thing is so damn popular. I swear, we run it maybe like twice a week. Might be 3 times a week. Just depends. That one goes off over and over. People enjoy, I think, the randomness. So, Tyler Ferbert, 2 Japanese OP14s. All right, you got it. Let's go grab them. Let's see. It looks to me like we need a new box of the OP14s. Oops. Hold on, let me put this baggie here. Move these forward. OP14 back here. That's OP10. So let me go grab some OP14s. I'll be right back. I have a question. Go ahead and ask that question. I'm going to respond when I return. All right, I'm back. So it seems like we are sold out of OP14s. We are sold out. Also, look what I found. I found more Narutos. We have a whole box of them, whole case of them. So plenty of Narutos, everybody. Here, I'll get one of these boxes open now. Plenty of Narutos. Let's see. Would you open a fake pack for fun? I mean, I guess. I don't know. No, probably not. I don't want to stimulate anyone buying fake packs. And also, if I acquired one, it means someone else bought it and gave it to me. So I would have to say no. No fake packs here. Okay. Man, you really have a lot of stuff in the shop. Yeah, it's a 7-year-old shop. We've been through a lot of product. We still have a lot of product. All right, so we got these 2 interesting Narutos printed by Bandai Namco. They are vintage right here, if you're interested in those. And then here we go. Those are the remaining 2 packs in the box. Naruto is restocked, everybody. Oh, like not for anyone? Yeah, no fake packs. I don't want to promote them. I don't want to make people aware of them. I don't want to open up a product that I know somebody else is likely selling that they shouldn't be. So I'm going to have to say no to the fake packs. We are. All right. So Tyler, let me get you into that slow poke, but you've got $8 left over. Is there anything I can get for you, Mr. Tyler, that would satisfy you? But the OP14s are sold out, it seems. I actually need to remove them from the menu. All right. Fake packs, you know, they do a lot of harm in the community. People get they get scammed, like a real scam, not like a hey, I don't like your price kind of scam, but like a real scam. Okay. Let's see. Where's my deck? Mr. Nicholas Pacheco, are you here? You might be here. I don't know. No problem. I'll do 2 OP10s. All right. Perfect. Zelle order is in, Mr. Chad says. He's biting his nails because he's wondering if he's going to regret it. You're deep in the trenches now, Mr. Chad. Pokemon card opening's a lot of fun when you're hitting the hits. It's tough when you miss, man. It's real tough. A lot of people learn that over time. You open up cards and it's like, it's pretty tough out there. Of course, it helps when the value of your pulls go up over time. So if you just don't sell and wait for them to get older, they usually go up. We've got Tyranitar. Nice, he's a good one. Versus Fuecoco. First round, Nicholas Pacheco. Second round, Tapu Lele. Ooh, that's weak. Oh, but Ditto doesn't lose. So Ditto ties with Tapu Lele. Round number 3. Uh-oh, Clam Pearl versus Zamazenta. It goes to Zamazenta. They're all tied up now, guys. So this round was a Clam Pearl round. Now it's Squovit. Oh, no! Versus Garchomp. Squovit has done you in. Nicholas Pacheco loses. Tyler Ferbert takes home the Slowpoke. All right, there we go. All right. So that's Nicholas Pacheco's energy card, and this is Tyler Ferbert's energy card. Your purchase into the break includes the energy card. Okay. I'm buying fake packs. What the seller doesn't know is that I'm giving him fake money. Got to know how to play the game. Yeah? You got to know when to hold them. Well, I don't know if Nicholas Pacheco was here. We better grab this link. So how's life going, Mr. Joey Albrecht? What are you up to these days? Let's jump over here to the Breaks channel. Where's the Breaks channel? Breaks history. And we're going to say, Jim Break, Slowpoke, Tyler beats Nicholas. All right, there we go. Let's see. We've got Mango Nami. We've got Whooper. And we've got Raticate. He could be a break. Now, 2 packs of the OP10s, huh? You know what's crazy? I don't see an OP10. Wait, here's one. All right, we need a fresh box of these OP10s. I'm in Dubai right now waiting for my flight to Texas. What's Dubai like? Here we go. I was offered to go to Qatar to do some kind of Pokemon thing out there. Somebody talked to me and asked me if I'd be interested in going. I thought that was pretty cool. I actually would like that. I just don't think I could feasibly do it because I got to sit on top of my Pokemon cards 24/7. Let's see. Okay, Tyler, let's get this into your bag. All right, tossing this. Dubai's humid. Oh, it's very hot, isn't it? I do kind of like places that have like perfect weather. So like California sounds nice. What places have perfect weather? Florida's a bit hot sometimes, but they have some really good year-round weather. So like their winters are really good. Here we are. That's a great question for AI. Let's see. What places in the United States has the absolute best weather comparable to like California? Okay, let's see what AI has to say about that. So Tyler with the TY. Why can I never really reach this, I wonder? This box always is too close to the ST box, and they like stick together. I don't know why that happens. There it goes. Whew, that's heavy, dude. That box is really heavy. Tyler Davis, Tyler Ferbert. Hate those sellers. People won't pay that much for a booster for their kids. Only the kids themselves don't know how they're getting fake cards. Oh, you're saying that there's people buying fake booster boxes for their children to save money? Okay, it says Southern Coastal California, Coastal Central California, Coastal Hawaii, Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, yeah, I hear about that a lot. South Carolina, guys. Coastal Oregon. Let's see. Charleston, South Carolina. That's very interesting. You know, I've actually thought about moving there. They have a tax system similar to Missouri's. It's not zero, but it's low. But it makes you wonder, why go there when you can just go to, I don't know, like northern Florida and have zero taxes, right? So I don't know. It's tricky. Washington State. Washington State, I think, is a little on the cool side. But yeah, I mean, South Carolina's got those cool. They got some really cool housing styles, and they're like this colonial house style, and they just look so pretty. Yeah, that's an interesting place. All right, I'll close that. So we're going to begin a new gym break. The next gym break is going to be this Whooper, not Radicate. All right, Whooper it is. So Whooper's interesting. He's an AR. ARs are always good. They're like altards. Very nice. Here's Manganami. That slowed down a little bit, didn't it? Now we've got Mr. Chad. Oh, wait a second, Chad. It might not be your turn yet. I'm sorry, Chad. It's actually Joey Albrecht's turn. 100 towards slab away and 5 pokey shuffles. All right, so Mr. Joey Albrecht, how you doing on that? Let's see where you're at. Here it is. So you're from May 25. I assume this is a year-round, a year-long one. You're getting close to May. Let's see. So this goes to 3760. Boop. All right. I have confidence in you. And then also 5 pokey shuffles. You forgot to do my order. You were going to do mine after Nathan's when you prepared the jumbo pack break. Oh, you're right. Okay, tell you what. Let's do this. Let's jump back to Miss Beatrice's order. So we don't want to do this out of order. It's Miss Beatrice's turn, Mr. Joey Albrecht, because she also ordered 2 pokey shuffles. So we don't want to skip that. We want her to go next. So here you go. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we got to do things in order. I'm sorry. 2 of these. You're right. I got distracted, didn't I? Ta-da! 2 cold ones. Oh, darn it. All right, that didn't feel great. I like it better when they're hot. 2 pokey shuffles, 1 pre-grade for Kakashi tops. Ooh, the Kakashi, you say. Okay, here's your bag. That wasn't too hard, was it? This guy? All right, so there's Kakashi. And so these are the Topps Naruto packs. I think they're like $54 a pack, but there's 8 cards in there. We hosted a break on these, and it filled up, actually, guys. People liked it. So I'm worried that the corner on the bottom right side isn't perfect. Okay, wow, it's a pretty clean card overall. There's some like dots on the back, but I don't know how they would treat that actually. These cards are so glossy, I wonder if they would be like, it's fine. But you know, I'm eyeballing it, and I swear the top symbol almost seems shifted to the left away from the center of the card, like it's not properly centered. But this is properly centered. Huh, strange. Okay. These are like asymmetric cards, so they're not as easy to measure. So I'm going to give this a 9.5 plus. That's what it's getting. It's getting 9.5 plus. Means it could still grade 9, okay? Here are my thoughts about the card. I felt that this corner up here is slightly upturned, but it's just so subtle. And then also, when you flip it onto the back, it's actually pretty clean on the back, but there's just like these imperfections in the glossy surface. And you see that with a lot of cards, so it's not a surprise. But it makes you wonder how they grade that. Like, how do they actually treat that? Do they just treat that as part of the manufacturing, or do they, you know, like, oh, it's fine, that's just part of the manufacturing of this style of card? Or do they go, no, you can't have any of these little dots on the back? Like, how perfect does it need to be? Don't send it to BGS. Berserk is expensive, but it's worth it. Naruto, a great card set, but was the show popular? Okay, let's see. Bleach and Berserk would be worth testing out on the channel. There's a Berserk TCG. That's so strange. I think we're primarily a Pokemon card channel, and we just delve into side hobbies for fun. One Piece is the only one serious enough to maybe challenge Pokemon. So we could have been a One Piece channel. All right, back to Joey Albrecht. I applied your $100. Now let's get those 5 Poke Shuffles. All right, what's going on here? Hey, what's up, Mr. A. Perez? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop, 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 boop. Who's going to spend 100 on a pack with a low chance at 10s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it's a cold round in those darn Poke Shuffles. Those darn Poke Shuffles. Let's see what we can put into them. Oh, there's that. Just wondering where that went. I'll put Quip's Haunter up in there and let people decide to keep it or re-roll it. All right, so here's Radiant Heatran. In he goes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Radiant Heatran. Number 011. Radiant Heatran. T10. Not a super expensive card. High chance he gets re-rolled. Whoa, you know, this box is looking good. The Poke Shuffle is looking good from my perspective. It's looking like a good place to be right now. We're supposed to be repricing these bad boys. Can we get one of these up in there? Let's see. Ooh, Rocket Returns Magnemite. That's cool. Let's get a Rocket Returns Magnemite up there. So that graded 9. Wait, let me reinvestigate this. Is this worth... Should I crack this and regrade it? Oh my God, it's so clean. How did this get a 9, dude? It's so wrong that this got a 9. It should go to like CGC or something. Is it just top bottom centering? It's too off center? Man, I don't know about that. I think that bothered me the first time I saw it too. I don't know about that. Shake my head, dude. I bet you if I sent that to PSA, that would have been a 10, but I'm scared to crack it and send it to PSA because then I would have lost the cost of grading this one and lost the cost of grading it at PSA. So it would essentially have to get a 10 at PSA to be worth the cross grade. There's not enough profit left over. Oh, I remember Harry Potter cards. Need more Harry Potter. More Harry Potter. You got it. You know, it's funny. I think Alex has asked for Harry Potter cards before, and so has Mike's Side. Mike's Side's asked for Harry Potter cards too. Here's a fancy Lucario. You know what's cool about these 9s? They're pretty cheap. 9s aren't very expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is Scarlet Violet base set reverse stamp Lucario. It looks really nice. It's only a 9. Lucario 9. Okay. For like 6 years straight. Yo, Wizard Heavy. All right. You're gifted heavy. And that means slow. Cool. We've got 2 gym breaks running. The Wooper is a gym break. And this Riolu, which only needs one more person in it to go off. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Here's an order from, let's see, who is actually next? Let me make sure we get the person who is actually next. So the next person is Mr. Chad, 1 jumbo pack break. All right, so the jumbo pack break is now, once again, already half full. It's so damn popular. It is. Okay. Tossing that in there. And 1 Naruto pack. Ooh, here it is, Naruto. Good luck. You saw me shuffle these. So there were 2 packs in the bag, and I think people are scared of them or something. All right. I just scored a PlayStation 1 with Final Fantasy 8 sealed, 185 total. I would like to play like Advanced Wars for you guys up here live. That'd be fun. Oh, 1 out of 25. Chidori versus Rasengan. Here's what's really good about this one. Check it out, guys. It's actually number 1 out of 25, which is always, in my opinion, a bit more desirable. Same with if you like had number 25 out of 25. That's also cool. These packs are probably undervalued. I'm just saying. They only hand out 5, 10, and 25. These Topps cards hand out numbers 5, 10, and 25. They are probably undervalued. That is probably the scenario we're in. Okay. It would not surprise me if they ran out of these pretty fast and the price started to rise. I actually bought a good deal more of them. Okay, we got Hinata, Asuma, Jirai. Here's Shirker's Call to Action. Bushy Brow. Oops. Anko Mitarashi. And Hidden Leaf Village. Would you guys like it if I offered eventually a box break on a Topps Naruto? Not a box break, but like a winner-takes-all box break. That'd be cool, right? For somebody who wants to take a chance at a whole box of it. There we go. I mean, if they're underpriced, they're underpriced. All right. Ooh, look at that Mew. 9 out of 17. 8 spots away. He's come a long way. He's getting close. Here's that Slowpoke. And here's Rattata. Look at that Rattata. We also got Frigabacks over here. Looks like I have not recalculated Frigabacks' real price. Let's get a reprice on Frigabacks. Frigabacks, number 075. OP15 manga announced. My bot, Enel, is back. My boy, I think you mean? I don't like that name. It's too close to another word. Am I in the Mew with my star spot, says Mr. Gabriel. So the Frigabacks is cheaper. He is $40. There we are. Okay, so you're wondering if you're in there, and I'm going to go look it up for you. Oh, I got to put 2 dots next to this dot. There it goes. So Frigabacks got cheaper. And the Heartbreak is right over here. Oh, yes. What we got? A 1, 2, 3. There it is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, did I count the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 people in there, just like we saw. Lovely. Doopy 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 doo. So no more music to this playlist? Wow, so the Smash Brothers playlist is really short. It's really interesting. Let's see. That poor guy's still waiting on that Riolu to go off. All right, this Piplup, which is really nice, he's for sale. But I'm going to take a picture of these 4 slabs right here and take them off the table now. We're making room on the table. We're heading over to our Discord server, to the All Slabs channel. To the All Slabs channel. Lovely. Pokerev doesn't have no Hollow Air Dragonite. That's right! That's maybe one of the most unique parts of my collection. It's a Pop 5 card. Last time I checked, is it still Pop 5? So, you know, a lot of people own some of these other fancy cards, but only a couple guys have this Dark Dragonite. He's pretty good. I kind of think of him as sort of the hardest to pull Team Rocket card. That's hard to pull. There we go. It would be fun to put this guy in the vault and list him for an absurd amount of money. He's still Pop 5. Look at that. He really exists. Remember, we pulled him out of that video, you know, the best rocket pack in history or something like that. And so he really exists. You really can pull him out of a booster. He's just that rare that no one does. That's really cool, man. That does have to be the crown jewel of the collection, I think. It's this one card. And it's Dark Dragonite. People love Dark Dragonite, especially Dragonite collectors. Or Big Man Ditto Beach Bully. Pokerev is for children. Pokerev is for the scalpers. Now, mister, show him the gold star. But does Pokerev have gay Magnemite? Yes, gay Magnemite. Gay Magnemite and disapproving straight Magnemite. He says that's not right. Let's see. So, back to Gabriel. Tops Naruto. You got it. One Tops Naruto. You're just going to get the next one. Let's see what happens. If you're an adult that watches Pokerev, you're definitely an incel. Hey! You best not be talking about me and my chuds. Here's a shot. Okay, so this is a cold pack. Sorry, man. But you know what? Cold packs can be good, too. You just need some of these to grade 10. Here's Return in the Morning Mist. Lovely. The Nine Tails. Lovely. Assassin of the Mist. Here, Hashirama Senju. Konohamaru Sarutobi. Iruka Omino. And Naruto. All right, you got it. Pokerev must be watching with rage right now. Does Pokerev sneeze on your cards from his allergies to cat? What? Mister, what break is moving? Ooh, that's a fun question. What break is really moving fast? Well, you know the binder break only has one spot left. This guy right here, he's pretty loaded, and there's only one spot left, and then that goes off. The other break would probably be the Jumbo Booster Pack break. So the Jumbo Booster Pack break, it has 2 people in it, and we just made it like 10 minutes ago. So that one's moving fast. You'd have to argue. Gabriel. I gotta take these slabs off the table. We just took a picture of them. Pokerev's collection is $10 million plus. Yeah, he's got a pretty good one. My collection is probably not as good as his. If he's got that first edition Charizard, I never collected that. It was just out of my price range. I was never that wealthy. I did well with the money that I started with. So I'm proud of that. But there are guys who were in the hobby before me, or they had more money already, or they had a better business right off the get-go, right? Because I joined later. Pokerev was already going when I started. He was already making a lot of money selling vintage. And I started later. So I did the best I could with the money that I had, being a guy with, not a very wealthy background. I think that's true for all of you. Like, I'm not going to catch up to Bill Gates either. I'm not going to sweat that. Doesn't bother me. Let's go ahead and pop this up here. Gabriel, thank you so much. So this is a really important philosophy for me in life. I learned it, strangely enough, from playing Minecraft. Isn't that funny? So I learned this from playing Minecraft as an adult. Whatever you do, never turn on the internet and look at other people's Minecraft buildings. Because if you do, you won't want to finish your own. There's some weird sort of like demotivating feeling if you spend all your time looking at someone else's Minecraft building when you're in the middle of building your Minecraft building, because yours is never as good as what the internet shows you, and it's just massively demotivating. It makes you think, why am I even building this stupid piece of crap? My house isn't as good as that one, and I'm just wasting my time. So it'll actually get you, if you look at other people's buildings on the internet in Minecraft, it'll get you to put your controller down and give up. You'll be like, nah, I'm wasting my time. This guy's spades ahead of me. I'm just wasting my time. So I learned that from Minecraft, and I apply it to real life. When I'm working on anything, it might be like a business, might be a YouTube channel, maybe, I don't know, the quality of your relationship. Never compare between people. It just destroys the fun. Everyone's got a different story. Everyone's got a different destiny. You don't want to waste your time worrying about the guy who's ahead of you. It'll just make things worse for you. Here it is. All right, Frigabacks. So don't get jealous is the bottom line. Here's Slowpoke. It works very well for me. Piplup. Mistress said my gravel castle was ugly. I did, though, actually. Mr. Arturo Perez, he joined our Minecraft server, and he started building kind of like right where I was building, and I had like some big plans in there. And he built this, he built something. It was made out of gravel. Some may call it a castle. And it was kind of blocking the view between Karis's house, Quip's house, and my little build area, which is very pretty. It's got a nice skyline to it. And so there's a point where Karis is like, we could just tear this down, right? I was like, yeah, go for it. But hey, it's not entirely her fault. You just weren't there anymore. So she was still hanging out with me playing the game, and you weren't playing the game. So that's just how it goes. You got to be there to defend yourself. You know, when you're building in the prime real estate Minecraft, where everyone's building the big good stuff, and you build a little thing, you got to be there to defend it, or it's going to get taken over. Someone's going to replace it. Someone's going to take it over. All right, let me have a sip here. That's Mr. Just Bulldozers. I didn't even do it. I did not take that castle down. Karis did it all herself. I did not touch it because I was busy building. I don't spend a lot of time tearing things down. I just build. Ivan Rodriguez, 10 Poke Shuffles. Ooh, let's see if you get some luck in the Poke Shuffles here. Hey, Mr. Ivan, how's it going, man? All right, guys, we got to pull a hit for Mr. Ivan out of here. Or else. 1, 2, 3. That's why I made my base hidden right beneath TCC's house. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think I can play Minecraft anymore. I must have put thousands of hours into that game. And they do little updates, but they're not that big of a deal. They're updates. Okay, what do we got? Oh, yeah. Shaman 10. Hey, it says that's, oh, yeah, Pincer. You got the chase card. How about that? See, you know, it's crazy how when it comes to products of RNG, if you actually just do like 1 million more of them, your odds just kind of even out. Isn't that fascinating? You learn that in mathematics if you take a lot of math courses. You learn that in mathematics. Let's say you bought 1 million Poke Shuffles. You know what your win-to-loss ratio would look like? Well, it would look like exactly the price of the slabs that went in there. It's almost like you were just buying the slabs. And so that's how your odds look like if you just keep playing the game. So if you keep jumping back in there, your odds are going to look just like that. It's going to play out that way. All right, so that's one of the big chase cards in here. This is from Destined Rivals, and it's Reverse Hollow Shaman. There it is. Look at that. It's a beautiful card, hard to grade 10 in English. And we got a nice 10 here. Like a true gambler. Well, no. This isn't necessarily about gambling. This is about the effect of large numbers. Yeah, when you look at like flipping a coin, heads and tails, and you flip it 10 times, you might get 3 tails and 7 heads, and you think, oh, wow, lucky, I got 7 heads. If you flip that same coin 2 billion times, what happens is the odds will roughly come out to about 50% of each. Just roughly, just about 50-50 when you flip it 2 billion times. What happens when you flip it 1 million plus 1 times? You get exactly 50%. And this is some of those concepts they teach in sort of like math theory. So it's really fascinating. And it's a lot of RNG products play with the excitement of having unusual odds. But odds are kind of out of your control. If you really want something, you can just go buy it. All right, let's see the pincer. But that's not entertaining. Like when I play a video game, there's RNG in the video game, and I enjoy that. So it just seems to be this peculiar thing about humans that we enjoy odds. All right, here goes. You're going to like this too. You did very well, Mr. Rodriguez. Check this out. Pincer's actually a good card. So you got a really good round. Wow. You got Shaman and you got Pincer. Now, you can actually re-roll. If you don't want either of these, you can re-roll either one of them. Just let me know if you're keeping it or re-rolling it. 6, your 7 has been waiting for your arrival. I'm a lot better now. Are you really? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, 6. Like a true gambler, I haven't played yet. I plan to play Hightail. 6, are you playing Arc Raiders? So happy to hear that, 6. Hit me up sometimes. That's very nice. How can I ignore other success and focus only on mine, says Andrew Calloway. Yeah, I actually, I know, like I was saying, I know exactly how to do that. You just kind of have to forget about them and be like, I don't care. Like, who cares? You know, it is actually the physical behavior of blocking someone in your mind, saying, I don't care. Like, I block all the celebrities, I block all the CEOs, I block all the politicians, and I say, I don't care about any of their successes, just my own. And then you got to get into the game, you know, you got to get into your story. Your life is your story. Get really invested into it and be like, what am I doing next? What's my next, what's my next achievement? What's my next milestone? So just focus on your milestone and go knock it out. Don't look at anybody else. It really does work. It works for me. Reroll the 100, keep the other. Okay, so we're going to keep this one. You got it. That's a big reroll, guys. Let's see if we can get lucky twice. Okay. Now, here's Shaman. Shaman's probably going to be reduced. Let's see. We're going to give Shaman a dumpy. Shaman's going to dump down to 80. Okay. And I'm gonna probably toss this out because it's no longer a $100 card. We're going to say number 010, Shaman. This is what makes the Poke Shuffle so fun, is the ability to re-roll things you don't like. This can be called a regular chase now. See that? So that's like a half chase. And we better put a sticker on it calling it a half chase. The next time it gets pulled, somebody might be tempted to keep it because it's not as valuable of a re-roll. It's still a pretty good re-roll though, isn't it? Oops. Okay. Now we need. I'm going to put this giant. I'm going to put this giant heavy box up here, and we're not going to put this in for 100, which is how we normally do this. We'll just do 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait, what is 90? I don't know what 90 divided by 5 is. Hold on, let me just use a calculator. It'll make it easy. 90 divided by 5, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there it goes. And you're going to get 16 fresh cards too. So you're in luck. So this is going back up now. And you're getting, what did I say, 16? All right. 1, 2, 3. So even if you pull a big card like that Shaman, it's actually got a certain other value of being rerollable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You can almost look at it like a reroll jackpot or reroll chase card. All right, good luck. Unless you get all cold ones here, which I guess is possible. No! What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No! Ah, that sucks, man. You know what that means? That means that there's a hit, probably in like the next 3 cards or something. You are right next to another chase card. Oh, man. 90 divided by 5 is 18. Oh, is it? Oh, you're correct. Look at this. I typed in 80 divided by 5. Oh, so hold on, wait a second. So it says it's 18. So that means 2 more go back into the box for that other card, Shaman. And hold your breath, Mr. Ivan. You've got room for 2 more cards. Good catch, man. Good catch. I used the calculator because I wasn't sure. All right, so he gets these next 2. Cross your fingers. You ready? So this is 17. Oh, my God. And 18. No! It's still cold. When does it get hot? Oh, it sucks. It sucks. Oh, my God. It was literally 1 away. Damn, bro. That is so unfortunate. Oh, man. What is it again? It's a Rayquaza. Oh, my God. That makes me sick. All right. Well, I'm sorry, man. He doesn't get a free one for more than 10. Not on a reroll. So the rerolls do not work that way. If you're spending money to get into the box, you get a free one. But once you start doing rerolls, you can't. It doesn't work that way for the rerolls. Because if it did, you would be getting more than 90% back. You would probably be getting close to 100% of your money back. And then it would just be, rerolls would be too easy. Oh, the problem with rerolls being that easy, by the way, is the whole box would just be bad cards at that point. No one would want anything else. All right. Ah, man. Hot pulls for me, says Joey Albrecht. Man, you were really close, Ivan. Let's see what's going on next. You do still walk away with this. So you're still okay. You got your pincer. He's like an 8, right? Well, it says 8.5, but I think of it as an 8. And it's a lovely looking card. It's in great condition. That's a vintage pincer from Dragon Frontiers. That's a Gold Star series. All right, let's see what's next, though. We have Gabriel, 2 Tops Naruto. That was fast. 2 Tops Naruto. Gabriel, let me double check and make sure that you're correctly in line here. I'll make sure that we're not letting you jump the queue. Okay, so here is that. That's not jumping the queue. Let me check over here. We do that to be fair to everyone. Ivan said, I'm so sorry, man. That's the maybe that is the excitement of RNG, you know, is those dramatic moments. Dramatic wins, but also dramatic misses. All right, Gabriel Gallegos, 2 Tops Naruto. I knew you had to be close to something just because of the count. The count meant that you had to be close to something in the box. I mean, in theory, the shuffle could create a scenario where there's like 2 big empty rounds, like you could have plucked a hit out from in between them. But, you know, so I figured something's got to be showing up soon. That's so crazy, dude. Then when he said you had 2 more, I was like, oh, yeah. Ready? Now, we've got the 5th gate. Look at that. All right, 5th gate. That's going to be another cold pack, actually. Kakashi Hatake. He looks great. Look how it's just kind of a full art. That's great. So sometimes you get a card with a lot of busyness on it. Sometimes you get just a nice full art. Gara, Kankuro, Ino, Tayuya, and Tamari. Well, I'm going to be able to name all these characters soon. Will I still profit if I buy the entire box of Poke Shuffles? So that's possible if people have been having bad luck. So if everyone's been having bad luck and they cleared out a lot of the cold Poke Shuffles, that would mean when you buy the box, you're probably getting whatever the box of Poke Shuffles is at a better price. But that's a lot of Poke Shuffles. I mean, the number of slabs up there is staggering. You just got 2 cold ones in a row. That's really rough. I'm so sorry, man. You're having a little tough luck. We saw Mr. Ivan get a little tough luck. Now you're getting a little tough luck. Yeah, that was 2 cold packs in a row following his other cold pack. That is very rough. I'm very sorry for that, Mr. Gabriel. There we go. All right. Is that the exact same pack? Is it? I don't know. Hold on. Oh my God, it looks like it. I didn't do it. It's not me. Don't blame me. Blame Tops. I didn't do it. Gabriel, as far as I'm concerned, I would love it if all 3 of your packs were hollows. I didn't do it. I'm sorry, man. Maybe the next pack is now definitely hot. I'm not sure how it works. Now we have, holy bro, Jose Achilles jumping in with the $2.7 thousand order. Please finish my slab away. All right, good choice. I'm betting whatever it was, it's super overpriced now compared to what you got it to back then. So that is a good choice. So let's see. March to March, Jose Achilles, PSA 10, Moonbryon. Oh, this has got to be a good deal. All right. Wow, look at you, man. So you didn't pay very much of it, and then you just finished it off a year later. What's it going for? Is it like 4K? It's got to be like 4.5 by now, right? So it would be a bad idea to give it back, but let's see. That's why we got to have all those rules, you know, because for some people, that could be a very easy way to speculate the market. Like if it went down, you could be like, you know what? I don't want it. So we had to create rules like, well, you get a return based off, you know, you get like your money back based on how the price fell. If the price fell too much, you don't get it all back. So how is this card doing? I own 2 of these. Did you know that? So I've got the one that I'm selling you, and I've got 2 more after that. How is this card doing? I haven't seen it in a while. Okay, that's Australia. That's Japan. So you are getting the card cheaper, but it's not as dramatic as it looked. I bet it was a red label, wasn't it? Was it a red label? That makes sense if it was a red label, because that's the only way I would have allowed a slab away on such a pricey card. I'm going to say no thanks on that. So you get it about, it looks here about $600 cheaper than if you bought it off of eBay and had it shipped to you. Oh, I'm getting a DHL order. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to close this, And I'm going to go grab that Umbreon. Yeah, you're saving about $600. Not bad. I got all this crap in my way. Let me move it. What is all this stuff? Oh, I know it is. Okay, hold on. Let me put this over here. All right. What is all this crap? I opened another another poker pokey deck, by the way. You would be in this box. Aaron, Bridget. Wow. That's from 1025. Is Bridget even here? Oh yeah, I know Bridget. Okay. Here's an Aaron Rodriguez. Is Aaron Rodriguez even here? Weird. So you weren't in that box. You must be in this box then. That's the only explanation. Pick that up real fast. Do you own any black labels? Yes. It was red label. Ah, so even with it being red label, it has gone up so much that you make a profit. Let's see. Rayquaza. Oh, I'm not seeing it. No, I don't see it at all. I do not see the card. You know, I looked at it and I was questioning it when I saw it. Let me see this. You didn't cancel it, right? Let's see. Jose Achilles. There it is. So it says March to March. PSA 10 Moonbreon. I don't think I would have canceled it. I didn't point out that it was late or anything. Why wouldn't it be right here? Let's see. Give me a minute. Look at this nice silver coin here. That's cool. Oh, because I looked in the wrong box. Oh, my God. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm a dummy. Don't worry, Mr. Jose Achilles. Don't start sweating. I looked in the wrong box, bro. I looked in the A box because your last name starts with an A, but your first name starts with a J. I'm so dumb, dude. How do I even do this job? How do I manage to survive in this climate? Can't even do alphabetical order. Oh, what do you know? Here it is. All right, so here it is. You did very well, man. There we go. Hey, what's up, Six? How's it going? Nice to see you, by the way. I heard you were feeling better. I'm so glad to hear that. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice, guys? Beautiful. The only thing that can make this any better is a nice fresh sleeve. Okay. So he wants shipping. I don't blame you. I would want shipping on this as well. Oops. Okay. Beginning stages of dementia. Maybe. Yep, I'm all better now. Woo! All right. We're celebrating Miss Six feeling better, guys. Here we go. Here's Umbreon. Unfolding this. Doesn't that make you nostalgic almost? 2021. You know, I don't get to look at this card every day. Man, that is so cool. It's so pretty. You just want to look at it for a while. All right, I'll pop it back in here now. Very nice. So he is up on this card despite it being a red label card. It took a year for it to do that, I'm sure. But basically now, a year later, without it really affecting his finances, he was able to pay this off and get it cheaper than the eBay price. Now, the eBay price is like $3,750, which is about $450 more. But when you also throw in taxes, if you actually have to pay tax, because most people pay taxes online, it actually comes out to about almost $4,000 if you bought it off of eBay right now with taxes. So he's potentially saving like $700 here. It's a really good deal for him. Okay, how about that? But I don't offer this one for sale all the time, do I? That's the problem. Because it's kind of a gamble for both of us. It's a gamble for me, too. Because when I sell it, I immediately buy another one. That's how it works. When I sell a red label card like this, I go buy a second one. It's kind of like a red label slab away. I did that for Joey Albrecht. Is he still here? He's a he's a lucky goober, man, because you know when I sold you that Dark Charizard, I bought another Dark Charizard, right? So that's the same deal. I gave you a red label Charizard. I think it was like 8,000. He's apparently a $19,000 Charizard, so you will not want that one to reach a year old. Now, you remember when a slab away reaches 1 year, if it's not done, we renegotiate the price, and that's not a good situation if it went up, the remaining portion. But I'm just telling you that just because I want everyone to hear that so they know how it works, okay? Because we got some other people who have a year-long submission that's coming up too. But that's a really good one, that Charizard. Yeah, you're doing extremely well on that. I got you Dark Tyranitar too. Yeah, same deal. When I sold you that one, I bought another one, and you're like kind of pokey rich between just those two. You're doing pretty good on those two. All right. Do you think Prismatic Umbreon in a 10 at 4.5 is undervalued, being 1/4 of the population of the EVO Umbreon? Yeah, I've thought about buying another one of those Prismatic Umbreon. That 4.5 thousand is pretty eye-watering. It's kind of like a price pain point for buyers. But based off of what I've witnessed with how hard he is to pull, he's probably undervalued. Yeah, I've thought about that. But then again, I haven't whipped out 4.5 thousand to go buy another one, have you? So it's really tough. Now, you got a baggie up here. Jose Achilles, I hope life's going real well for you, man. Life's always changing, Mr. Jose Achilles, and it's nice to see that you're still kicking. And we got your bag here, and we got your fancy Umbreon. How nice is that? All right. Let's go print him up a fancy, expensive label now, guys. He gets a pricey label. We're going to go ahead and reset the shipping. So let's go reopen it. Whoa, what is this background that Microsoft put on my laptop? Some kind of insane highway. I'm still here, and I always jump in from time to time. Sweet! It's always nice to hear from you. Residency is pretty tough. So you're working on residency at this point. Wow. That's super cool, man. All right, let's jump over here. You know what I'm working on? Pokemon cards. Okay, here's your... So I've got your address, but I'm not sure if it's still the right one. Let me see what your address from the order was. Okay, it appears to be the same address. Okay, so just... Wow, I paid $82 in PayPal fees on that order. Isn't that nuts? Almost $100 went to PayPal. PayPal's so ridiculous, dude. They take so damn much. Like, they don't scale down how much they take on the transaction. That's just ridiculous. Freaking PayPal, bro. All right, I just noticed that. But let me go ahead and grab this. So we're getting your shipping together, and I was just confirming that your address is staying the same. Prismatic Umbreon feels like it should be at least 6K. Yeah, but nobody wants to pay that. So it's really tough, isn't it? Because, again, he's so impossible to pull. Everyone knows this. But, you know, that sort of disconnect between the odds and what people want to pay for him is a sort of irrationality in the market that you see all the time. Oh, wait a second. This is the wrong shipping. Hold on. That was way too expensive. That is the wrong shipping. Let's grab this one. There we go. All right, cool. Now, it doesn't ship out till Friday. I'm just warning you. Miss Alexis doesn't come till Friday. And we got to let her have lots of stuff to work on. So I'm going to leave this one for her so that she gets some working. Yes, sir. Yes, that is correct. That's the address we used, and that's where you'll be receiving your stuff. We got a nice label for you. I'm going to give her a warning on the label. Okay, so I gave her a warning. Ajay says, haven't watched you in a bit. You know what's crazy, Ajay? Ever since the Logan Paul Pikachu sold for like 16.5 million, this is our third stream since then. I swear, we've seen a lot of old familiar faces hopping in. I think people are clicking onto Pokemon card stuff right now. They're saying, oh yeah, Pokemon cards. I used to collect those. And some people are coming back saying, oh yeah, I remember that Cardconomist guy. I used to give him all my money for a little while. And then he would brutally take it all, and I would not pull anything. Oh, Quips Espeon. There we are. You guys want to support Miss Quip drawing more cards? She's selling this Quip's Espeon, and it'll keep her moving. If you send her money, she'll keep working. Christopher Houghton, 1 Japanese, 151. 1 Japanese, Terra Festival. That's Christopher Houghton. Hey, what's up, Mr. Christopher? How's it going, man? So let's grab one of these. These are nice. Now let's grab one of these. Thank you so much for the wait. Been busy. No problem. I'm happy for you. It sounds like you got a rich, not like just high paying, but I mean like satisfying career ahead of you. You know, because Karis does computer science and I do Pokemon. We don't really help anybody. So those are one of those things we think about all the time. It's like doctors, people in healthcare, they get to actually help people all day. It must be like a totally different life experience. Here we are. So we think about that sometimes, about getting involved in the community, maybe like charity or something. I don't know. There we go. Christopher Houghton, we're pretty isolated ourselves. So I was going to say you have a rich experience ahead of you in life if you are working on healthcare. Such a good career, guys. People talk all the time about healthcare and how it's kind of pricey. Yeah, because everybody wants it. What a good product. And I feel like that's a kind of product that's hard to replace with AI to a certain degree, because you don't want AI doing too much for you in healthcare. You get a little uncomfortable with the robots, probably. There it is. I stopped. I can't find any product you made. Pandemic fun. Oh, I see what you said. Yeah, I made the pandemic fun. Oh, that's a while back. Can you guys believe COVID was 8 years ago? COVID was 8 years ago, guys. 8 years. Really, it's more like 9 years if you count 2018, but I think it was 2019 when it blew up. All right, Christopher Houghton. Ready? Let's go grab your bag. Let's see. Is the giveaway for buyers? If that's so, good luck to them. It's for everybody. Actually, it's not even set up. Let me set it up. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I forget to do things. So let me hit refresh on Nightbot. And now I'm hitting next. Next. Done. All right, so type in Sarah. Type in Sarah. That'll get you in there. It's going off today in the daytime stream, so because there's only like 2 or 3 spots left. Here we are. Doesn't feel that long. That's crazy. I know. So strange. There we go. This shall go over here. Very nice. And now, who's got the oldest order? Clicking on this. Click. Miss 6 does, actually. So it says, 1 Phantasmal, 1 Mega Evolution. Win and a 2. 6, we got to get you drawing some of these cards. I'll encapsulate them. I'm looking to hire an artist who wants to draw cards for me all day long, so that we have like a line of sort of like curated hand-drawn art. It's not going to be everybody, but I want it to be people who have like an art style and they're willing to work on it all the time. Could be you, Mike Side. Is Mike Side here? Yeah, Mike Side's here. Mike Side, have you ever considered drawing? If you got pretty good at drawing, I'd be more than happy to encapsulate your drawings, Mike Side. You might make a little side cash on that. There we go. All right. Wally's Compassion. I've been learning about drawing. Not learning, but just kind of playing around with it. Here it is. All right. Ta-da! Such an awesome giveaway. Let's toss this over here. I think it would be really cool if we used our ability to grade cards to sort of develop. Let's see. 6 has got a bag, doesn't she? To sort of develop maybe like a line of artists who work with me to create really cool Pokemon art. And we just, you know, we're known for being able to encapsulate it. Savadooza baby, Savadooza baby, Savadooza baby. A billion Sarah bags. Holy dude. Sarah's royalty over here. I kind of haven't drawn in a while. I haven't had the need to since my boyfriend taking care of me. What? Boyfriend. All right, here we go. Is he cute? We're going to say 6. 2.26. That's really cool, man. Here we are. Well, just so you know, 6, we're looking for people who want to kind of get into doing hand-drawn Pokemon cards, like maybe like this. Or I drew some goofy ones. Where'd they go? I can't find them now. Here we go. Look, I draw one. You might find this funny. Look, here's one I drew. This is 3 Diglets. It's a Diglett card. All right. So we're looking for just for somebody who wants to do something, especially if you're somebody who loves to draw, or you got like a certain skill in it, or you develop a unique style. I'd love to see that. I'm moving in with them. Really? Well, you're going through some big changes in life. That's super cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I got to say, it was tough when I left home when I was real young, but nothing felt sweeter than getting my own place. Man, that was good. And by the time I started dating and bringing like a girl over, and it was me and her. Whew, there's nothing better than that. Privacy and boyfriend or girlfriend. I guess in your case, boyfriend. Gabriel says two Barutos. Two Barutos. What's two Barutos? Let's see. He said 58. What's two Barutos? Mr. Gabriel, what can I get for you? John Vasquez says I can finger paint. Hey, nobody's painting on the card, so that's fascinating. I got it pretty good. A loyal man who wants to take care of me. What? Sweet. I hope it stays that way. Sent in a hurry meant Naruto. All right, you got it. One Naruto. You got it. I know Boruto was like his son or something like that, wasn't he? I don't remember. Let's start snipping. Sneep. Very good. Get you a man. Oh, there you go. You're just one away. We've got Gara, 1125. Wow. Mr. I ordered for Naruto. Looks like Gabriel had already sent in an order. Here's Gara. We're going off of the oldest orders, okay? So here's Gara. Here's Kurenai. He even mentioned it. He ordered it in a hurry, huh? Here's Naruto. Here's Failure's True Power. Here's Kasame Hoshigaki. Here's The End of Tears. Here's Genin Takedown. And here's Kakashi. Ooh, very nice. Gara was my favorite when I was growing up. Here he is. We've got this really cool Naruto card set. There we go. Tossing this in here. All right. Kakashi's life. Dang it, I wanted to snipe him. Yeah, everyone gets the same ideas, including Mr. Gabriel. He knows how it works. But you might be fine. I assume you also got a pack. So you might be fine because the pack after this one may also include a holo. All right. Kakashi. Oh, wow. You sent in for 2 packs. Is that right? You sent in for 2 packs of them? He sent so fast, he did not even write it down. He just sent money as fast as he could. Here you go. All right, so he gets one more pack. You don't even get the pack after that one. He gets this pack too. This is his. He was sending that money with no message. He's like, quick. Aha! But the second pack was not good business. It was tough. Well, Mr. Gabriel, I would say today has been a tough round for you in the Narutos. If I were you, I also probably would have pulled that move. Because it seems like if you clear a couple cold ones, there's more likely to be 2 cold ones or 2 hot ones in a row in the bag. So my bet is the pack after this is going to be hot. That's my bet now. But that is tough. So Gabriel having a little bit of tough luck on the Narutos this time. I'm sorry, man. At least you got the Gara. All right. Don't throw those commons out, though, because those are valuable. I see that. People give up on the commons. Don't give up on them. All right, so let's see who has the oldest order from here. So the oldest order is Tyler Ferbert. He has 4 Pokey Shuffles for his order. Mr. Tyler Ferbert. Let's see. Sent the wrong amount on the first order. I saw that. Yeah, I kind of figured it out on my own. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you go, Tyler Ferbert. All right. 4 cold ones. No! All right. I'm sorry. Well, that guy's cute, the Starly. Don't you think the Starly's kind of cute? Can you put the Naruto with my shipping order, please? The problem is, at that point, I got to reprint a label. I mean, I'll do anything for you, Mr. Gabriel. You're like one of the biggest buyers. Why don't we'll work our way through that. Let me set this over here. We'll have to cancel that label and print a new label. All right. But here's a problem also, Gabriel. What if you end up buying more tomorrow? So maybe what I should just do is just cancel your label and we know that you're owed shipping. How about that? Because Miss Alexis ships on Friday, so Friday's a couple days from now. So why don't I just come back? I'll just go ahead and I'll cancel the current label, and we'll wait till Friday. Mister, I'll be back to buy more. I miss it here. See y'all later. Squeak. All right, sounds good. Hey, hopefully your boyfriend does a little bit of collecting. I know guys like to collect a lot, so you might enjoy, if you're a girl who likes to collect, you might be a fun girlfriend because then you both get to do it. Okay, let me hit refund on this. Request a refund. Yes, I would like a refund. Make sure it's the right label. Gotta be careful with that because if you hit refund on the wrong label, you are breaking federal law shipping with a canceled label. So you gotta be real slow and careful with that. No mistakes. No mistakes on it ever. So I'm going to write down shipping on your bag. And what we can do, because now we have proof that you're owed the shipping. And what we can do is we can ship you out on Thursday night. Did you hear that? Thursday night. That's the day. Because Alexis comes in on Friday. Well, really, Friday morning works too, actually. So Friday morning's fine. All right. He doesn't collect. He likes to buy me stuff, though. So I guess we kind of collect together. Well, you never know. He might get the collecting bug. Now, what is this? So I'm getting a shipment from who? Where's this coming from? DHL is trying to tell me I'm getting a shipment. Chico. Okay, guess we'll find out. Chico, huh? I still got that one guy who owes me black and white cases. All right, next up we have, so we finished Mr. Tyler Ferbert. Yes, that's done. I see your order, Mr. Edward. And let me check this one last place. Any Plasma Storm? Sadly, no. Sadly, no. I don't have any of that. That's a very exciting set, but I don't have any. That'd be cool to open, wouldn't it? Okay, Edward is next. He gets one Topps card. One Topps pack. Here goes. Mr. Edward, good luck. All good, appreciate it. You know what I do have? I have the, I have the Dialga and the Palkia. Graded 10 by PSA. And I just had a guy make an offer on that Dialga last night. There was somebody asking about it. Go. Out of 10, Gara's identity emerges. Ooh. Very nice. Very lucky, by the way, Mr. Edward. You never know how it works out. It's just random. You could have gone second and gotten the second pack. And then Gabriel, he would have sniped this from you. So it's just luck in the end. That's all it is. Manada, good luck and bad luck sometimes. Today you get good luck. Here's The Battle Begins, Kimimaru, here's Gamabunta, and here's 1010. All right. If any of you guys don't want your commons from these Naruto packs, I'll hook you up with the spot in the trade break because I'll take these and put them into like the binder break or the junk packs. So I'm also interested in these. Edward with an E. Now, you got a lot of bags, but what we did with you is we created a box for you. That's what we did. Okay, so here's the box. Very nice. They on your site? The slabs? No, but I can pull them out and show you. Would you like that? I'll go grab them, guys. Let's go grab these. These are super cool. Yep, people ask me about these all the time. They say, hey, you still got those? Are they for sale? And I go, yes, no. What do I actually have over here? I gotta find them, okay? Takes a second. I can't resist the urge when it comes to showing stuff off. Oh, here they are. Found them. I have the Lugia as well somewhere. Where's the Lugia? Should be in like a Lugia box. Do I have a Lugia box over here? I probably have a Lugia. Who knows? Oh, wait. Here's the Lugia box. I found it. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. It's getting better now. It's getting cooler. Aha! All right. Bear with me. I got some cool shizzle to show you guys. Have you been contacted by any Saudis to sell your Grail cards? I don't know about Saudis, But I got contacted by a serious buyer who wanted to buy one of my legendary Zards. He made a $55,000 offer on it, which I felt was too low. Oh, so these are Plasma Blast. Lugia's Plasma Storm. How you like that, baby? Oh, yes. You know, it's sad. I used to have the Deoxys, but I sold them. God, what a dummy I am. I told myself, you'll probably be able to buy that again. That's why I sold them. I said, nobody cares about the Deoxys. I like Deoxys. I'm a Deoxys fan. I've got a lot of Deoxyses. And I know he's not as popular with other people. So I just kind of figured, okay, well, I can just sell the Deoxys and I'll find him again one day. I was doing that back in 2024. I was letting a couple cards go here and there. I was like, I'll be able to buy this back another day. No, you can't. Guess again. Beautiful display. I have the Lugia. You got a Lugia 10. There's not a lot of us with the Lugia 10. Just a couple people out there. Let's see. Where'd my cell phone go? Oh, no. I've lost my cell phone. No, there it is. I found it. So that Lugia appears to be pop 20. Let me see what he is today. If he's still pop 20. He might be like pop 21 or something. Pop. You ready for this? What do you know? Pop 21. So he's pop 21 now. Just 21 people in the world with the Lugia 10. Here's the Dialga. Dialga's now pop 39. Palkia is... I paid $3,400 for this Palkia. Do you think that was a good purchase? All right, so... Oh, the Palkia's pretty rare. He's only pop 28. The PSA estimate on the value is like 8K, 8,000, well, just shy, like 7.8. Pretty good. At the time that I bought him, 3.4 for this Palkia was kind of high. You know, compared to what else you could buy. You could buy a lot of things. But I knew I wanted him to match with the Palkia. I thought it would look nice. And, yeah, it's super cool, man. No, I pulled mine. It got a 7 because of how it was cut. You know what? If I were you, I'd be very proud anyways, even if it's not a 10, because it's a card that you personally pulled. So obviously it's very special, and I wouldn't really worry too much about the grade. Like, collecting 10s is a sort of like obsessive behavior, but you pulled that Lugia yourself, so it's a very special card. I would never sell it. It's not worth selling. And besides, it'll go up anyways. 7s go up. Since Logan Paul started, that whole spike over there. Oh, yeah. I want a Saudi to contact me about my cards. How's the queue? It's got a couple people, and it's not too bad, but I'm just kind of showing off like a dummy. Let me go ahead and put this over here. I get back to taking care of your Pokemon card needs. I do need to do one thing. We need a trade card, which we currently did not have. So we did have a trade card, but it's the Pricey trade 2. We need a trade 1. So this Shaman shall be trade 1 now. So we have this set to $30. I'm going to set it to 25. We're going to reduce it. This is Diamond and Pearl Shaman. Diamond Pearl Vintage Shaman. This is the current trade 1 break. So it shall be called T1, trade 1. Trade 2 is the Tentacruel, which notably nobody's gotten into. Nobody's traded any cards toward it. And nobody's purchased a spot. You can actually directly purchase a spot in this Tentacruel. How fascinating. So, Tentacruel, not popular? I don't know. Maybe people are just busy with every other Pokemon. He's a hard to grade 10. PSA 10, tops 10. Next up, Andrew Martin. He says, 1 Lucario gym battle. I think he means Riolu. And 100 to slab away. You got it, Mr. Andrew. 100 to slab away. This goes down to 649. Oh, I did that wrong. 649. Wow. Well, we sold that. We finished selling that Umbreon today for 2.7 thousand. I feel like I could just take the day off now, guys. I'm all done. Can't be doing that. Let's go grab that Lucario, so-called. Ah, here he is. Riolu. This is complete. Where are the free ones, bro? You my best bro. Yo, what's up, bro? Please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. You know, Sarah owns a rare hand-drawn Cardconomist Charizard, the very first ever drawn and encapsulated Cardconomist Charizard. That's the Rockstar Mahi Charizard. The please bro, Charizard. That's pretty rare. It's probably going to be worth like Millions of dollars, I heard. Yeah, right. What grading company would you grade a Moonberry on in this current market? Was considering Tag or Beckett. I think you could do either. It just depends. You know, like I would be looking at what I think it would get at Tag and what I think it would get at Beckett. Like if you can get a Tag 10 on it, you can definitely do Tag. If you can get a PSA 10, you do PSA. If you can get a Beckett Pristine, you would definitely do Beckett Pristine. But if it's only going to get a 9.5, I'd be like, meh, you know. All right. Tag gonna hit you with the 9. Yeah, they're tough, man. They're tough. Okay. Here we go. Tyler Ferbert, Lugia, Andrew Martin, Energy. Oh, you got a chance. Oh, you didn't even need the energy card. First round goes to Andrew A. Martin. Second round, Squovit. Oh, he's cooked. Oh, Skeleturge. It's funny when the weakest and the strongest cards come out in a round. So that is the end of the round. Tyler Ferbert gets beat up by Andrew Martin's Pokemon. All right, very cool. I saw one of Mr. Strong's on eBay for like 4K. I actually do remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I thought it was very silly. But there was a guy who had a Cardconomist drawing, and he had it like way overpriced. Because there's no way it's worth that much. There are people who actually draw cards well. There we go. I do not. That's Andrew A. Martin. Congratulations. Let me jump over here to the breaks history. Jim Break Raolu. Tyler. No, I'm sorry. Andrew beats Tyler F. All right, there we go. Very nice. That gym battle is over. Team Rocket Grunt, what's up, man? One Pokey Shuffle and a $5 tip. Can you please check the PSA submission for September? It was an assembly 1 month ago. Hope there has been progress. No, they're taking forever, dude. I actually looked just like a couple days ago. Let me go grab this. They're taking forever. I don't know why they're taking forever, but they're taking forever. Why don't I get you 2 Pokey Shuffles? I'll look it up for you anyways, okay? Because it's unusually long, the wait time. But for those of you who have never lived through this, this has happened before. This happened back when PSA pricing got all the way up to $100 per card, and they announced that they had a bottleneck and that they were stuck. And how do you think that that felt? Well, the way it worked was your card could be further along in the submission, but it just never gets worked on. So it felt just like this. Here it is. They haven't announced there's anything wrong with that submission, so that's not the concern. It's just taking a really long time. All right, 2 cold ones. Now let's go officially look up the PSA website right now in real time. Yeah, the way that feels is everyone's got cards at PSA, and when they start increasing the wait times, it's because they got a million of them. They got truly a million submissions, and they start letting your time be horrible. All right. So we're going to go to orders. Order in the court. Oh, hey. It must have just updated. It is on quality checks. How about that, everybody? Wow, it's only 135 cards. Darn, it's a smaller submission. I wish I'd added a whopping like 175 or something. So that's too bad, because back then I didn't know we were going to get into such a bad bottleneck. We are no longer on assembly. We are now on quality checks. So we're very close, everybody. We're at quality checks. All right, look at all these cards. What did I have in here? Scrolling down. So I think these are mine. I can't actually tell when it's my stuff. I see I have some Halo cards in here, including some Halo sketch cards. I have some Pokemon Tops, probably all going to be 9s. Oh, there's a Lord of the Rings. Some Lord of the Rings in here. Here is some Gundam. Oh, no, this is going to be a stinky order. Those are all going to get bad grades, I bet. Here are some Y. Schwartz, very sexy girl cards. Here's a couple poker cards, nothing special. And here are some Poker Mario cards. Those would be cool. So unfortunately, oh, wow, I got a really good poker card coming. I'm going to show you ahead of time. Are you ready? I'm going to show you ahead of time. I hope it gets a 10. This guy right here. Looks good, right? All right, so I think that card's really special. It's very cool. Sweet. Well, this submission is not even one of my biggest submissions, and they are just taking forever on it. I will update the channel now. We're going to go over to PSA submissions. And we're going to go back up to the, let's see, we're going to go back up to the submission. Is this the right one? So I'm going to say, oh, update. Now in quality assurance to 1726. So yeah, it's been more than a month actually. So we knew it was in assembly on January 13th. Now it's over a month later and it's only on quality assurance. Wow. Yeah, they took their time. That's what it feels like when PSA gets backed up. It's just a terrible, terrible feeling. Like you're never going to get your stuff back. Thank you, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Appreciate the question. I appreciate that you're willing to tip to get me to stop and do that. So I gave that back to you with the Pokey Shuffle. Just it ended up being a cold Pokey Shuffle. All right. So we have an order from Tyler Ferbert for one spot in the Shaman trade break. You'd like to just buy straight into the Shaman break. You guys can also trade your cards in, including those commons for the new Rudo sets. There you go. Or anything else you don't want. Those trade cards are there for you to pretty much get rid of cards you don't want, giving you an option to get rid of them. I'm ready for full-on AI grading. Well, they could be working on that, you know? They could be working on that. That seems like the future is to have a machine do a lot of the work first. I need my second Inferno X Charizard back. We get grades, question mark? Hey, mister, I got, not yet. Hey, mister, I got rushed to the ER for emergency surgery 3 days ago. I finally made it back home. Emergency surgery? Oh my gosh. Tell us all about it. I'm very curious. Here we are. Here's Haunter. Here's Pikachu. Here's, look at this Psyduck. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Man, that's like something we all dread. Yeah, we're going to need to cut you open right now. Heart attack? Is it like your what's that one thing that goes bad that's not a useful organ? Here's Olivia. I need to get some of these off the table or something. I got too many things on the table. Probably this Dragonite. He can go. You see how this Dragonite has an old cert number? You know what's interesting? That's one of the ways you know that this Dragonite was never manipulated. It was never, like, cleaned or fixed, you know? You got a lot of cards getting fixed now. Cards are getting fixed. Oh, I can fix these cards. Yeah, I don't know about that. What do you guys think about card fixing? Like these guys who find a scratch in the card and they put in like a clear liquid and then it's really hard to detect that. Do you guys like that or do you hate that? I'm starting to not like it. I had a kidney stone blocking my flow of urine and almost went into kidney failure. Oh, man, that sucks. Mr. Ivan says appendix. That's the one. That's the one, appendix, yeah. So some people have their appendix go bad. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Give us some advice for avoiding a kidney stone. You know, because I bet you the doctor talked to you about that. It is. All right. Tell us what you learned from it all. That's scary, man. I'm glad you made it. Sounds like it went well. I bet you that's like a shocking experience in life. Makes you appreciate being healthy. Makes you really motivated to be healthy. You know, like you want to be healthy. Drink more Mountain Dew. Yeah, I was thinking if you could increase the flow of Mountain Dew. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate the order, man. Okay. Pissing it out. Ouch. You know, I hear about the horrors of kidney stones. There are these like little buildups of like calcium or something, and they actually have spiky edges. And they go through like your kidney, which is apparently extremely painful, but you still got to like piss it out. You just got to go through like your urethra and all this. I don't know about all that, man. That sounds insane, actually. Yeah, I've heard a couple stories here doing this job. I've heard stories. We have our friend, Mr. Matthew T. What's up, man? He says 10 Japanese EB3s and 2 Pokey Shuffles. If the October tag submission stuck like the PSA one. Is it stuck? I think it's about done, actually. So I was, you said October? October is really old. I don't always keep track of the tag submissions super well. Let me see. Let's see. October? Did that one not return? Let's see. So it says here, the latest tag return is back in the returns channel. Let me show you this so that you know how to use it, okay? Let me show you this. So here we are. Notice we're in the returns channel in Discord. Can you read that? Returns. At here, the latest, come on, focus. The latest tag return is back, the October submission. So your stuff might have been in that. In other words, your stuff might be here right now, just waiting to ship out. Let me go back up there and check October for you. Yes, people are still learning. That's how we do it. We keep track of it all in Discord, okay? September, October. Here it is. And I don't see I don't know if I see your cards in here. Matthew T. So hold on. Were you in the next one maybe? Maybe you're in the next one. Oh, you're in the next one. You're actually in the December submission. You have a Mothman in the December submission, and that one might not be back yet. Yeah, it looks like that one's not back yet, but I bet you it's coming back real soon because they're faster than PSA. There you go. Okay, there you go. So you're waiting for the December one to return, and it's probably pretty close. I actually saw there was a tag submission that was nearly done. Thank you for the question. 10 EB3s and 2 Pokey Shuffles. Let's see how you do. Apparently, they can use ultrasound to break them apart inside of you now using sound. It's mostly diet and staying active. Is there anything in particular for us to stay away from, did they say? Staying active. That's why I go for those walks, guys, but that's probably not enough. I need to get more active than just walks. I need like a sport or something. I need to be Sportmachen, like in Germany. All right, 2 cold ones. That's 2 cold ones. Let's get another card up there into the Pokey Shuffles, shall we? No wonder this didn't sell. $80 for an 8. I don't know about that. Ooh, that's kind of nice. What else we got? Would you guys like it if Quip had a drawing in the Pokey Shuffle that you could re-roll if you didn't like it? Ooh, that's kind of nice. Lugia 9, huh? Lugia 9's kind of a pull. I'd like it better if it was Lugia 9 PSA rather than Lugia 9 CGC, but I mean, a 9's a 9. Nobody's really wondering if a 9's not a 9, you know? Let's see. Apparently they can use ultrasound. Soda and carbonated drinks can make them worse or grow due to the minerals. Literally Mountain Dew, it's kidney stone juice. Mountain Dew, kidney stone juice. Ooh, this one's nice. This Marowak's kind of nice, too. This guy's nice, too. Okay, so Clefable. We're going to toss these in. Quip deserves a spot in there. True talent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So Clefable and Roserade going in. We're adding cards because I can tell there's a lot of space to add cards due to how many cold blank cards are in the back of the box. It's weird, though, because the actual slab box is pretty full. TG02, Rose, Ze, Raid. And this will say T9. All right. Yeah, sodas, and there's a lot of random things like tea, coffee. It just depends on the person. Well, I'm super glad that it all worked out. Here's another question. How did you know when there was a problem? Like, were there early signs? And did you kind of like wait to the last minute to get help? Because people do that a lot because, you know, the doctor is obviously very scary. Nobody wants to go to the doctor and get a surgery or anything. So when you have something going wrong with you, one of the most common things is to just kind of be like, maybe I just wait it out. See how it goes from there. 10 packs of the EV3s. Let's go get them. Maybe we just wait this out, see where it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. There we go. I'm actually really healthy and have a physically demanding job, so it's very weird. I've had 5 stones in the past year. Oh, that is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is very interesting. So most likely you experienced a kidney stone, and then as time went by, you sort of just kind of got used to expecting it. Like it became normal for you to have an issue like that going on. It became normal to you. So, I mean, just in the past year, 5 of them in 1 year, that's a lot. So that must mean perhaps there's a specific behavior going on that is triggering those. Here it is. That's really hard too, you know, like if you have like a habit or a routine or a way of living that you're very used to, maybe it's this type of food you eat, and then all of a sudden your health changes and you're like, well, now you just can't do that anymore. It's like trying to become someone you're not. It's like, but that's what I always do, you know, like how am I supposed to stop doing this? Here we go. I hear there's a roller coaster that is known for breaking up stones from the rumbles and 0 Gs. What? A roller coaster that helps with kidney stones. How interesting. Yeah, I've never had the misfortune of having one, and I don't want one. Oh, you pulled the blue hair, girl. The whirly derby. Here we are. You've never tried my mother's whirly derbies. Whoa, it's 1:38. Where does the time go, man? Holy. I feel like we just been hanging out casually for 15 minutes. I turned my head around and it's past 2 hours already. How's the time going by? All right, there we go. Sodas, there's a lot of random things. Yeah, that's a real thing, the roller coaster. What? A roller coaster that messes with your kidney stones. That's amazing. All right, it feels like a head gets scrambled on. You know, a roller coaster that's too rough. Head just gets scrambled up. It's going to be like shaken baby syndrome for me. All right. Thank you, Matthew. Let's go grab your bag. So I believe we placed you in here. Nope, you're in a different box. So strange how that happens. Wow, look at this bag. This bag's been here a really long time, and I never claimed it. Matthew White. Oh. This box is very full now. That's why it's finally getting grabbed. I don't think he's coming back. I think he said, hey, why don't you just enjoy my cards? And I said, thanks, bro. Some cool bros out there. Ah, Mr. Matthew T. Here we are. Okay. My aunt kept getting constant kidney stones. It turned out it was because of the protein powder that she used. Oh, fascinating. Yeah, I guess you kind of have to examine something that could be triggering it over and over again. Maybe a change in your eating habits, or maybe there's something that's really rich in minerals that's triggering it. So this has what? Some hollows in it. Oh, this has a little bit in it. Lugia. Oh, Rayquaza's good. That's why we left it alone. How long should I give them? I mean, if it says 124 and we're in 226, so this is over 2 years old now. I think that's the end. 2 years is a long time. I think 2 years is probably the end. So it's not like $1 million bag or anything, but there's a couple decent ones in here, including that Rayquaza. He probably wasn't as valuable back then, but he's a little bit valuable now. All right. Well, we remove the hollows. I'll place this over here for the moment. And let's get this hollows put on the bulk pile. There we go, into the bulk. Kidney stones are genetic, says Mr. Russ. Ooh, interesting. I'll buy a random expired bag for 20. Haha, it's like a storage unit. I'm joking. At least some of them. Yeah, people always say they want to do like bag wars or something. I mean, that's kind of what the binder break is. Where do you think I'm getting the cards for the binder break? You think I'm opening packs and then putting the cards in here? These cards are coming from abandoned bags. And we just got to get rid of them eventually. And like we got these guys here. We got some XY. Ivysaur's good. Toescruel's good. Houndoom's good. Aaron's good. Vintage is good. That Caterpie's a little off center. Radiant Venusaur's good. Skarmory's good. These poker cards, every one of them are pretty good. Notice I don't put endless poker cards in here because that would be really expensive. This is good. That's probably a 10. This is probably a 10. This is probably a 10. I try to say that because those Korean cards do grade 10 pretty quickly. That's probably a 10. So those were some Korean cards there. Taruka, Disney. I'm showing this off again. It only needs one person, by the way. This goes off if one more person joins. Magmar, Comfy, Magmar again. Charizard, Rayquaza, Roaring Moon, some cards you probably don't care about, Kuromi. We got these guys, Professor Oak, Dugong, Diglett, Ghastly, Charmander. That's a nice pull. That's Charmander promo from Ascended Heroes, so that's pretty cool, right? Got some Final Fantasy in the back, just added, and then got this little girl as well. She's like from HoloLive. See, I don't even think there's a point in adding the HoloLive girl. You know why? Because who here is collecting HoloLive but also wants all these Pokemon? It's too niche. So I need a different strategy. I think that those cards that are non-Pokemon need to be in their own binder break, or maybe they just all go to the junk packs. I don't even know. There it is. $40 gets you the last spot in there, and then that activates. I'm here. What did I miss? I just noticed the same people always get them, and I always ask the same question because I don't want to get them. Exercise definitely helps. Oh, you're talking about kidney stones. Yeah, it's fun to learn about how it all works. Next up, we got an Ivan Rodriguez. Big order. He wants 10 Poke Shuffles. Good luck, man. Mr. Ivan, taking another shot. Poke Shuffles can be a lot of fun. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we got 11. Good luck. Oh, right off the bat, the Queen of Clubs, Princess Peach. So cool. Oh, and the Magikarp on spot number 11. That bonus card occasionally handing out a big pull. That's super cool. So there it is. You're having good luck again. Maybe this time it's worth holding and not re-rolling. But you know, I shouldn't say that because it's totally up to you, actually. I just felt bad about last time. Oh, wow. That's Queen of Clubs, Princess Peach, and then the Magikarp. So he's 025 Magikarp, T10. I feel like that's going to be a Misty's Magikarp. Let's go looking. So this, yes, it is indeed. Wow, very nice. Ugh. Why is that so heavy, dude? That weighs like 20 pounds. I'm like picking it up with my fingertips. Hey, that's pretty good. That's like $95. All right, Mr. Ivan, you tell me what you'd like to do. You can re-roll either of these or keep both of them. Do you have the Delta Species Tyranitar, the Fire type? Yeah, I think I own like 2 of those. I was a big fan of that, but even back then, when no one was buying them, he was expensive. He was like $500 back then, so he was never cheap. Do you give out the freebie Poke Shuffle from yesterday? The freebie Poke Shuffle. I don't know what you mean by that. Hey, mister, do you have those Kirby Poker cards for sale? Well, so with the Kirby Poker cards, I'm going to be grading them, and then I just kind of hand out a couple of them for free here and there. Keep both. All right. I like it. I like it. Gotta win and securing the bag. It's like that game, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? All right. Very good. And very good. There we go. Oh, yeah. Man, that's cool. Yeah, I don't think you made a mistake with re-rolling the Shaman. The Shaman seems overpriced. Seems like a pretty expensive holo card. And so I think a lot of people would have chosen to re-roll that Shaman, but it just didn't end well. Just didn't end with anything good coming out. So now we have an order from Keith Ferbert. He says, 1 box of Inferno X, 1 Trump Playboy, 2 Poke Shuffles. Now, you mean a Korean box on that one. And then let's go find the Trump packs. Let's see. Man, isn't that pretty? That's my new Gyarados. Oh, here's a Trump pack right here. Very nice. Now, he wants 2 Poke Shuffles. Let's try those 2 Poke Shuffles. There's going to be some 9s going into that Poke Shuffle because we're working on the 9 rotation now. And that's what I always do. I always end up pulling the Poke Shuffles from whatever we're currently rotating because there's no pictures in Discord yet of those slabs. So then I don't have to inconveniently say, oh, this is sold every time I put it into the box, every time I put it in the Poke Shuffles box. 2 cold Poke Shuffles. You need a box of the Inferno X. So where do I keep those? I don't know where I keep those. I'm going to take these. Look at this clamp. The clamp. Maybe I should move this somewhere. I'm going to put this on the shelf because I'm tired of it being right next to my wheel. I'm going to put it here. All right. Here, let's grab another bonus card here. All right. Ugh, sitting down. Boy, this chair has lasted me a long time. Here's a Disney Cardos Lion King holographic. I'm going to pop this guy in here too. It's a little bit of a better baggie. All right. Eventually, someone's going to take that spot. Ready? Tossing that. Here's Yo Mama. Holy dude. These are some foxy grandmas. Okay, Playboy butt, Playboy lady, Playboy butt, Playboy lady. So in this case, no Donald Trump card. That's right, you can pull Donald Trump, Playboy Donald Trump out of here, which is why we bought them. And it's been a pretty successful product. People have actually enjoyed opening that. It's really funny when you pull Donald Trump as like a young version of him. There you go. All right. There we go. Apparently, Trump was like $900 million in debt at one point. How crazy is that? There we go. He was able to sell his brand. Like, what did he do? He like sold his name. He got into commercials. He got into like movies, and then he was able to renegotiate his debt with the banks and get his business to start being. His businesses were like casinos and stuff. He started getting his businesses to be successful too. That's pretty scary, man. $9 million of debt. That's pretty interesting. I never worked with debt. When I started this business, I ran it off of cash. There was never any business debt ever. There was never any business debt at all. It was all done with savings. There was no leveraging at all, which perhaps that's a mistake. You know, maybe the most successful businesses do take on debt. Maybe I wasn't being a big enough risk taker. You know, like maybe if I pulled out $100,000 of debt to buy Pokemon slabs up with in 2024, today I would be flipping those slabs to pay off the debt, and it would be like this massive win. But I just don't gamble that way. I don't play with that. All right, let's snip this. So this operation has always worked on cash, and probably always will. I mean, I have no reason to take a risk now. Look, one of them up today. The Trump Playboy will look good on my office wall once I get it framed. It's a pretty funny card. Here's Mr. Keith. You ready? All right, Keith. Appreciate you being here. You're having some fun, I can tell. We got a cold pack. We're looking for the Charizard alt art in this set. There is a Charizard alternative art to pull, but there's a lot of cool cards in this set to pull. Is the Trump card an actual cover? Yup, it's a real Playboy cover. He was on the cover of Playboy. We are. All right, here's Miss Magus. Here's a cold one. Here's a Wigglytuff. Ship-up. How many packs is that? This is a total of 30 packs. He got them for, I think, 60 bucks. Is that right? Yeah, 60 bucks. He paid 60 bucks for 30 packs. These are very cheap. And they're authentic, official Pokemon product. Ooh, an SR pops out. It's just like a gym battle cage. That might be your hit. Here's Toxtricity. They keep trying to make Toxtricity work. How do you guys feel about Toxtricity? I never really liked him. I never really felt like he was like a Pokemon. I don't know. He didn't have that Pokemon feel to him. Here we are. Here's Survivor. Miss Magus. All right. I sent you a Discord explaining why I was in the hospital for 3 days. Ooh, let's see. You were in the hospital from hanging out with too many pretty ladies. Oof, that sucks, man. Man, it sucks having things go wrong. All right, let me grab this. So you had like a swollen eye, huh? What's that like? Swollen skin around your eye. That's no fun. Do you have any Topps first movie, Rainbow Mewtwo CGC, or PSA 10s? Topps first movie, Rainbow Mewtwo's. I don't think No. You can pull some Mewtwo's out of that, but they're like movie scenes. You know, an actual Mewtwo does exist, where it's just a standard Mewtwo card. That comes from Topps 3. Did you know that? I think it's called Topps 3. Yeah, Topps 3 has the actual Mewtwo and Mew in it. But no, I don't have any Rainbow Mewtwo's for Topps laying around, unfortunately. But even if I did, I wouldn't be giving up my Rainbows. They're too rare. Yes, we could. I have that nice Toxtricity in my bag, and I can't bring myself to grade them. I think that's why what it is anyways. Bags are getting full. Ooh. There we go. All right. Just with any Armored Mewtwo. Armored Mewtwo is cool. Here's a holo. Here's a cold one. That's nice. And here's... Ooh, Charizard. All right, there you have it, Mr. Tyler. That card we pulled earlier, the trainer card, that definitely was the hit in the box. So this particular box was not a super good one. I'm sorry. All right, so this box is officially too full, and we can't fit you in it anymore. But maybe what we can do is move the other guy. Maybe you can fit in here. Let me take a quick look at this. So we're having an issue where we can't fit all the bags in the box. This is why it's important for people not to leave their stuff over here for like 2 years. Okay, so it's Tyler Davis in this case. Tyler Davis. And then Titan Chambly. Now look at that. Titan Chambly has a bag from 924. That's my bag now, because that is a really expired bag, and that's why this box was out of room. So now we're going to fit your stuff in here just fine. There we go. All right, so when a box starts filling up, that's when we start caring about who's abandoned their bags. 924, that means this expired on 925, and we're now in 226. So 925 would have been like almost 5 months ago. How bad is this one? It's got a bunch of hollows in it. Grab these hollows, place them here. Okay. It's got a couple cards. It's nothing too crazy. All right. As usual, I'm gonna set this here, and I'm gonna place these over here. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah. So I'll place these hollows in a hollow stack. He can mix them. We can sort it. Who can mix them? That was because dust went in your eyes? Dust? Just dust? Dang, dude, dust is dangerous. Don't catch me near dust. Ooh, a whooper. Very cute. I think we're supposed to continue pricing up these pricey slabs too, right, guys? Look at these. Ooh, very pretty. All right, we got to keep pricing those up. I might have to do that in the daytime stream, though. Right now, the lightning break, the lightning break is this beautiful guy. So we got Mewtwo Mew. Look at that. It's a pretty large slab. You know, it's weird. It doesn't feel like a standard lightning break. It does feel like a specialty break, doesn't it? This is more like the Donkey Kong booster box break. It doesn't feel like everyone's going to pile in here. It's too weird. But it's such a fantastic card and illustration anyways. It's really neat. The whole thing's super cool. All right. I'm going to slip this back over here. I might have to hang up one of those on my wall. They seem like they'd look really cool on a wall. The dust in the eye can create an infection in the inner eye. Ugh, that sucks, man. All right, well, I hope you feel better, man. All right, oh, and what is this? I got a message from CS Man. I saw it combined with my schedule lightens up. Nice. Let me go ahead and accept some friendships on Discord. Miss Kays and Mr. Poppin' Fresh. Oh, wow, Poppin' Fresh. Okay, there we go. So now, what do we got going on over here? Let me hit refresh on the website. It's 1:57. That's about 2 p.m. We are almost at 3 hours deep. Items received at the vault. Oh, nice. Mickey Mouse, one of my bubblegum Mickey Mouses that I bought, just arrived. I'm a big fan of those Mickey Mouse cards. Did you guys see one of those Mickey Mouses went off recently? Mr. Michael is next. Michael Penford says, one Japanese EB3. All right, here you go. Very nice. Okay. What do we have here? One hollow, Mr. Michael. Looks like Mike Tyson. Kick my behind. Yeah, maybe Mike Tyson. Here we are. Ugh. Here's Michael Pettiford. Boop. One is on eBay also. I sent in a clean Megazard SIR from Phantasmal with, unfortunately, value plus speed. May not see it till Monday. Till May, probably be hoping for that 10. You know, I never worry about the turnaround time when it comes to grading cards. I'm super, super patient, whether it's a card I pulled that I'm keeping forever or whether it's a card that I plan on selling. I just choose the cheapest option always. It's always better to choose the cheapest option because if I'm keeping it, who cares how long it's going to take? You know, it really doesn't matter. If it's a card I'm keeping forever, it really doesn't matter. But even if it's a card I'm selling, unless it's a card rapidly declining in value, if it's going to hold its value 3 or 4 months later, well, then who cares how long it takes to get back? But if it's going to decline in value, that's a different matter. So the only time to really use that express is as soon as a set comes out, you might be able to get some cards graded early and then get that early pricing on them for buyers who are very impatient. But again, like if you're just going to sell them, just whatever the true market price, that's all I care about. So I actually never go for the higher grading costs. And that's been true for 7 years. I've never graded at the higher levels unless I'm forced to because I know that the price of the card's so exceptionally high. Then I do it. Then I go, well, we have to. We have no choice. All right, let's see. What do we have here? We got an Ampharos 9 for 20 bucks. That's a Cardconomist Ampharos 9. Have you guys seen this? Pretty neat. From the silver deck. Here's a no rarity Vulpix. Cool. Here's a CGC 9 Lugia Queen of Clubs. Here's a failed 10 Rocket's Mission. I can't believe that did not get a 10. It's very sad. We saw this one before. This is holographic Rocket Returns Dark Marowak. Okay, really cool. If that had been a 10, this would be like $1,000 or more. But it's an 8, so it's 115. What? That sucks. Well, guys, I feel like it's time to wrap up. Why don't we start handing out this box? Thank you for being here, guys. I'm glad we got you all here. We've got Miss Six. She made it in. Hey. All right. And I hear she's got a boyfriend. Here's Cody Hodges. All right, you're in twice, Cody. And here's Whipple, Mr. Whipple. All right. Now we figure out who actually pulls it. Ready? Oh, what the hell? I just lost the... Oh, there it goes. There's still another one, Sarah. Boop. That lands on 16, which shall be... What? It's Mike's side. Mike's side on 16. That's wild stuff. All right. Congratulations to Mike's side. What? Mike's side, what are you thinking? I don't think you collect One Piece, do you, Mike's side? We are. Mike's side, maybe we could discuss me turning this into store credit for you because I wouldn't mind keeping it because I sell these all day. You could potentially sell the box back to me or you could have me open it for you right now. I don't think you're going to have me ship it to you, though. Mike side's like, woo, manga time. Could have a manga in it. Could be cold. Let me go ahead and... No, I'm not going to have a sip of my drink. I'm about to hop off. Give it to me, Mike's side. We are. So Mike's side, it's the end of the stream. I can open this for you. It is possible, though, to discuss having me purchase this and put it back into inventory. And then you will have store credit to do something else with if you strongly prefer Pokemon. I just know I've never seen you open One Piece before. Open it and donate the cards. Mike wants me to have the box, says Tyler. Open it. All right, so we're going for the manga. Good luck in there. Let's see what you got. Snip. So thank you to Sarah Dusenberry for the One Piece giveaway. It's pretty amazing. It's not over. We're done with this booster box giveaway. And now we move on to the next booster box giveaway, also from Sarah. It's a Team Rocket booster box. Glory of Team Rocket, okay? So she's super generous. She gave those away on Valentine's Day. Isn't that sweet? We had our Lonely Hearts Valentine's stream, just like usual. Oh, yeah. Did I mention I'm thinking about moving Saturday streams to nighttime, maybe starting at around 10:30-ish? The reason for that is because, you know, it does kind of disrupt our Saturdays for me to disappear around 4:30. There we go. So that might be a good day to do one nighttime stream. Here we are. So our schedule might be getting complicated. If I do that, it makes the scheduling a little more crazy, but I don't know. I kind of like being able to hang out with Karis all day. The reason we didn't stream in the daytime or in the evening time on Valentine's Day is because she didn't want me to. She was like, well, "Why you you don't even need the stream. You know, you've sold enough Pokemon cards. You've done it. You've done the thing. You pulling Luffy? I'll take one Luffy." We are. But you know, once she went to bed, because she kind of passed out around 10:45. Once she went to bed, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna sneak off and do the stream anyways." Hey, TCC, are old EX or reverse hollows more sought after? From what set? You mean, ooh, look at that. Another Luffy. I'll take one Luffy. There you are. Boop. Hey, that's the one from the cover. That might actually be a decent Luffy card. Here's, oops. Eucalyptus Kid. Laffy is my favorite. Monkey D. Laffy. Here's this guy. Oh, very nice. I was buying up a lot of those reverse hollows from the EX Deoxys time period, from the Gold Star time period, because my analysis was that those, because of their unusual rarity, those should get super expensive. And then sadly, I sold some of them off. Not all of them, but I sold some of them off, more than I wish. Like I sold a Lugia from Unseen Forces. You know why I sold it? Because I didn't like the way the Unseen Forces stamp looked. That was like the only reason. And then I also thought that the Lugia was just kind of okay. Now that card's worth like $1 bazillion. And I just feel like stupid for selling it. But lots of mistakes have happened. The good news is that I did keep a lot of the core cards that I thought looked best. So I held on to a lot of my very best cards. Ooh. Say EX Deoxys set. Oh, yeah, the EX Deoxys set. The reverse hollows are especially popular from that set just because the stamp is so cool. And they went with like this really fancy reverse hollow foil. So it was just really cool looking. So those are really good. I think the EXs are always going to be popular no matter what. But the reverse hollows can really, you know, they can really make those EXs have a run for their money, so to speak, in terms of the competition between who has more power, who has more desirability. Aha, there we go. So you got your 2 full arts and your Dawn card. You're pulling Luffies. Monkey D. Okay, I've done that joke too many times. Mr. Mike Side, let's grab your bag. Congratulations, Mike Side, and thank you again, Miss Seva. Good point. I'm autistic with anxiety. When she gets a tracking number, I would literally spam 100 times a day, refresh on tracking status. That's so funny. I don't experience that at all. I actually forget what's coming to me. And then it arrives, I go, oh yeah, I got this $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 thing. Yeah, I don't think about it at all anymore. Here's what I don't understand. How do you handle shipping like a $200,000 card? Because you see that going on. It's like, that doesn't seem... I mean, that seems risky as hell, man. What happens if the card gets lost during the shipping? You know? All right. I've got some really beautiful EX Deoxys reverse foils to show off, but I can't do it right now. We're going to hop off for the daytime, the morning time stream. It's over, guys. We had a great time. Sales were extremely good because of one person. Jose Keelys came in, and he finished paying off that Umbreon. Wow, what a sale. So I made a big sale today. I'm going to go celebrate it by overeating or something. Thank you all for being here. I'll be back for the nighttime stream, the evening